Hi, and welcome to Monday Night Toy Ramblings. I'm your host, Lawrence or Punk, and I brought my co-host, Roman, bright and early. This way you guys don't have to worry about seeing him and waiting till an hour or 2 hours into it. Roman is already here. Hey, buddy. Say hi to everyone. Okay, you only get so much of my attention, buddy. He gets so much, you guys get so much, but the TV in Michigan football is going to get the most. But right now they're up 17-3, although they're about to go for it on 4th and 3, and that type of crap worries the crap out of me. Anyway, you guys came in nice and early. Thank you very much. That way I didn't have to make you guys wait. 29 people already here. Thank you. Because she's already here, I haven't even had a chance to say anything. But Silver K, happy birthday. Thanos Copter, happy birthday. Am I talking really loud? I think I am. Happy birthday to all of you guys. Anyway, I'd like to say I have a big show, but I don't know if I really do. But we'll get through 3 hours. That is for sure. Yes, Silver K. Sports ball is on right now. Roman is next to me. And unfortunately, Michigan didn't get that 4th and 3. I don't know why you're going for it. 4th and 3 when you're up 17-3. You should. Anyway, I know most of you don't know sports ball. I saw Tony here. I know Tony knows a little sports ball. Anyway, thank you guys all for showing up. I saw Eternia Ellipse. I want to say thank you very much for having me on your show yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Got to be with a few other guys, and again, just an absolute blast. Getting to be on different shows and getting to see their audience and hopefully growing the audience at least a little bit. So anyway, I said the happy birthdays. I got everything right here. Said hi to everyone. This week there weren't a lot of pickups. I picked up. I know I'm gonna kill my stream right now, but I did pick up the Mouse Jaw, which is the Trap Jaw Mouser combination. Again, I'm not a big Turtles fan, but I really do think some of these are pretty cool. And what doesn't make any sense is this, along with a Mouser. A Mouser that connects and everything is $25, but Mossman is $40. Sorry, Mattel, you're drunk. That's why no one's buying the Mossman. That's why it's just sitting there. Anyway, I just saw we went from like 37 viewers to 33. I'm done with the Motu, guys. I'm done with it. You guys can all come back. Anyway, let's say hi to the chat because you guys are going crazy right now, which is absolutely awesome. Right away, Digital Diarrhea channel member. He just rejoined. I don't know. I told you before, like, it seems like channel members, like, they drop off and then they come back. I don't fully understand, but Ken was saying he has the exact same issue. Master Versal Toy Hunter, another wonderful channel member. PNC channel member. Action Figs, one of the moderators. We got Fatred here. Gregory, my 3D printer, which I haven't had. He hasn't printed anything for me, which is good because I don't have that much space. Derek Holloman is here. We got Shark Eyes all the way from Australia. We got a Liquid Identity 101. The Down South 77. Man, a lot of channel members. Thank you guys all very much. We got James Lucas, who I was in Sergeant Reds when I was picking up something, or actually I wasn't buying anything. I was just in there talking with John, and he goes, "Hey, do you know a James Lucas?" He just messaged me, asked me if I carry the G.I. Joe comics. We got Todd C here, Matthew Matson, the first moderator. Again, what these guys say goes, but again, we don't have too many issues, which is awesome. And Silver K, again, happy birthday. Smack that like. Thank you very much. If you guys don't know, I believe today is actually Silver K's birthday. And no, it's Thanos Copter's birthday, so give them all a big happy birthday. They also have a little stream going on over there, so if you want to dip out for a little bit, it's understandable. I'll allow you guys this time. I won't crush you like I do other toy tubers that try and go live against me on Monday night. I'm just joking. I really have no idea who's live on Monday nights because unfortunately I'm busy. We got Ray Paz is in the house. We have a Facebook user. Hey, I love the Facebook users. That's why I do put that out there. But unfortunately, it doesn't tell me who you are. So all it says is Facebook user. We have Will R's in the house. Everyone's here already happy to see Roman. We have Eternia Ellipse. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone had a good day. Lawrence, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a lot of fun. It was. I had a blast. Again, sometimes I feel like I talk too much, especially on other shows. But I think that's kind of what you wanted me there for, to talk about uh, the His Has Lab, and I did what I do is I talk and I talk and I talk and I talk. But thank you so much for having me on. Let's say hi to Will R. We got Ryan Sweeney in the house. I wanted to stop in quick and say hello to Punk in the chat. Have a great show and go blue. What the hell just happened? I just see the other quarterback flipping out right now. Hey, look, and Travis is calling me right now. Anyway, we got Tony's figs in the house. Roman, I'm gonna paint your fig up soon, buddy. I'm gonna send it out soon. Hyperdelic, nice to see you. I know I've seen you places. I'm not sure if I've ever seen you here. If I haven't, if you've been here and I've missed you, I apologize. If it's your first time, welcome. Hey, Facebook user, he knows football. Beckley, go blue. I love seeing that. Cobra Commander here. Let's see how many other people are here. I said hi to Derek. Eric Thurman, 17-3. That's right. And Washington is close to scoring, and I don't like that. I just want Michigan to go down and every single time score. That's all I want. I just want this to be over. All right. B-Boy Unlimited. I know he found it this weekend. Nice to see you. Digital Diary, who I mentioned earlier. We have Dustin Jeffrey. Listen, you guys wonder why I go through all these names. It's how you get through so much time. Travis B74. Ooh, hey, Punk and everyone. Good evening. Is this another travesty? Do we have 3 travesties? Do we have a third Travis? If you are not one of the other 2 Travises, are you very sensitive like the rest of them? Do you demand attention from everyone? If you are, you may be a travesty. Anyway, Big Bacon. Buy them both. The Hydro Stomper wave from Helitope Toys. Yeah, Helitope Toys has the wave a wave of 7 of the Hydro Stompers. So, and there's Mr. Wonderful Travis himself. I know the other Travis isn't going to be here because he's watching the game. Mike Lape or Lape, I'm not sure. Woodman 29, Johnny Reno. I will say once again, thank you so much for that custom. Listen, I leave my custom up here because I absolutely love it. And I'm so thankful for that. So, look, Travis, no, I do not. I'm just going to say, Travis, you're going to have to prove that to myself and Matthew and Tony and especially Ryan. You'd have to prove to us that you're not needy like the other travesties that we have here. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because you're new. Anyway, so I started to mention the pickups. I did pick up that. And I also picked up some Joy Toys. And I got to discuss some of these here. So I picked up these 2 Joy Toys. And if you watch my review, one had a broken leg pretty much right out of the box. Now, when I opened it up and it laid down, I rewatched the video. When I moved it, the leg fell off, right? So, when I do my reviews, if you're new to the channel or you're watching this on the replay and you're not too sure of how I do it, I try and do everything firsthand of everything. And it's not saying that I never buy another Joy Toy, and it's not saying that all the Joy Toys are bad. I did a Mezco review of the Bishop. It wasn't my figure. The leg broke right out of it, and that was my first impression of a Mezco. Now I already had Well, I have multiple GI Joes on order. I got 2 of them. They're fine. That thing broke, and when it got returned, because it wasn't mine, it was my buddy's. So when Gregory got it back, he said, "Hey, you know what? Do you want to review this?" And I was like, "I really don't want to touch it." Doesn't mean that I thought all Mezcos were bad. So I had some few people on there saying, "Oh, you need to do this." Some people were telling me you really need to heat that stuff up. Yes, Matthew, I see that it's 1017. I'm not happy about it. And they're using everything they can to go down that field. I got to say that. But I'm not saying that I'd never buy another. I mean, I probably will. And I'm not saying that they're all awful, but the fact is that was my experience. And listen, I am not the expert on all toys. But if you're looking at my channel, when you're looking at something like this, take a look. First off, you can look at the background. You can tell that I have experience with toys, okay? Especially new toys, obviously. You can look at the list of stuff that I've done and that I've reviewed, right? First off, you don't need to tell me that I need to heat figures up at times. I understand that. I actually mentioned that. A matter of fact, if you actually watched the video, you would know that. Another way to tell me that you didn't watch the video is to tell me, well, you need to heat those up before I do anything. Well, I didn't do anything. Am I supposed to dump the whole fucking thing in water before I even pull it out of out of the plastic? I mean, is that what I'm supposed to do so it's heated up? So please, don't, those type of comments are just idiotic. You can see that I know what I'm doing when it comes to action figures. I review them for a reason, but don't tell me that I need to heat something up when if you watched 5 minutes into the video, and I know that's a long time to get through, that the leg just falls right off. It wasn't really anything that I did. Now, when I got the Valaverse Swarm or Scarab, I had the same issue. That I wasn't reviewing them at the time, especially not like that. When I opened it up, it just fell off. And of course, that's when I was defending Valaverse no matter what. And people were saying, you need to warm it up. And I was like, well, it just fell off. I didn't do anything to it. So that type of stuff happens. Doesn't mean that I think the product is bad or anything. Yes, digital diarrhea. Why don't I use stands? Because they're stupid. All right. I actually saw Travis Moody post someone's video or picture. It was a video of his classified, and he had this really beautiful display. And what I mean by display, it was like a diorama, right? And you could see all the stands. Wow, that takes away from your wonderful display that you actually have. The other thing is with this Joy Toy is there's at least one person that was saying, well, this is the, first they're like, this is the scale you really need to get. Well, first off, I'm not buying a bunch of scales, and I don't feel I have to have Joy Toy. I wanted to go try one. Again, 1/18th is something that I can fit into my G.I. Joe display. I'm not looking to get into 1/32 or 1/32, whatever it is, right? I'm not looking to get into the little mechs and different things like this. And then the other thing that someone said, which again, they get into, well, in my opinion, the best 1/18 scale figure going right now is this. And I wasn't reviewing that. I was reviewing these. So anyway, just something I wanted to clear up. You can't go through after a while, you got to stop going through all the comments and trying to answer every single person when you've already addressed it once or twice. You do it on a live stream. You should be here anyway, right? So anyway, I'm a little jacked up right now. Michigan doesn't get the ball to start the second half, which means there's a good chance they could be tied, and that's just going to ruin my whole damn night. Anyway. Woo! Okay. So let me see here. That was my Joy Toy experience. I always read my notes. You guys love that, right? Turning. No. See, that's the difference. Is I'm not other people are turning into that, and I really hate that term because I absolutely hate that term, to be honest. But it's other people telling me what you should do. Uh, you know, a punk with broken toys. Hey, you know what happens? Um, Lawrence, you're a grumpy. The game isn't going well. It's not that it's not going well. I just wanted them to score every single time down the field, so it could just be over with, and I wouldn't even have to worry about it because, again, this could be very stressful. Although they went up really quickly. Anyway, so this Thursday. Oh, okay. So coming. So if you haven't looked, if you ordered the Night Force Tunnel Rat, Walmart has started shipping them. Mine, oddly enough, shipped out of Chino. I don't know if that's maybe it's a HasLab. Maybe it's the Walmart HasLab. But it should be here Friday. Also, Hasbro Pulse is about to start shipping them up and shipping them out too. So, and we'll get into that. So you gotta start canceling some orders if you don't want to get double charged for everything. And let's say hi to John. I buy my toys from Sarge and Reds. That is amazing. I would not have guessed that, Sarge. Anyway, so this Thursday for Thursday movie flashback, while I was on stream with Oz and everyone, I really had to come up with an idea, and I just kind of hit me. So what we're going to be doing going forward is picking a genre or a group of films, either by a filmmaker and an actor, and we're going to be ranking them. And then whichever one comes in the first place, whichever one comes in the first place, whichever one comes in first place, that's the one we're going to watch, and we're going to talk about the next week. So I came up with the idea, and Matthew got to find out live with everyone else. We're going to do movies with professional wrestlers in it. Now, again, these are my rules. So the one rule is that it can't be like a wrestler that became a full-time actor. So like John Cena, The Rock, Batista, these guys are full-time actors. So you're not going to get any of The Rock's newer movies. You're not going to get Batista's, like Guardians of the Galaxy, John Cena, stuff like that. Yes, They Live is on there because he wasn't a full-time actor at the time, or if he ever was. I don't think Piper ever was a full-time actor. But basically, and again, it's not just wrestlers, right? I mean, it could be like the announcers, people in the wrestling business. And it can't be just some short little cameo. They have to have a pivotal part in the movie. So like Roadhouse, all right? That's on there because Terry Funk was a pivotal part, even though he wasn't one of the main actors. But he also wasn't in it for 30 seconds. Princess Bride is on there. Now, in all honesty, I'm going to say Princess Bride, They Live, or No Holds Barred are probably going to come in at number one, just because they were so bad. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And then whichever one comes in first place, we'll discuss it in the next week. Oh. But I haven't even done a thumbnail for it yet, so obviously I haven't created the live stream for it. You would think that I would have had time to do it, but yeah, I forget about that type of stuff. So, all right. And then, as I always mention, channel members, merch, memberships, memberships. And then all the different links for the different online suppliers, Hella Dope Toys, Amazon, especially Amazon. If you guys are buying from Amazon, click on one of the links and then order your stuff. And it doesn't have to be toys; it can be anything. It helps support the channel. And I know people love the clearance from Entertainment Earth. Thank you very much for last month because that was absolutely awesome of you guys. Also, thank you to Entertainment Earth for just dumping so much stuff so cheap that everyone was willing to buy it all. All right. So there's one other thing I want to discuss. I do not know who this person is. And I did talk to Oz about it. So he used to be a member of Oz's Patreon, and I guess he's going through cancer. And his name is Michael Fee. Now, again, I do not know any. I don't know who he is. I know Oz has um, talked about this, and he has shared this. So I'm also going to share it because he's someone in the community. He's going through cancer, and I did check with Oz because I'm not about to tell anyone to send anything to someone, especially someone that is they're not part of my channel. I don't know who they are, but Oz did um, verify that it is legit. So quickly here, just gonna share this. So it's the GoFundMe form. A few of the guys from the other day I know donated. Again, I'm not going through cancer. None of my family is, thank God. And I would hate to have to be put in a position like this. Listen, if you guys can shoot $5 over, and again, talking with Oz, it is legit. Anything like that can help. There's 59 people watching. Again, if half of you guys sent $5 over, great. If you can't, I understand. Or if you're like, hey, you know what? I don't trust this stuff. I also understand. I was hesitant to even say anything, but I had it up here on my screen, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw it up there. So what I will do is I will throw it in the chat here, uh, just in case you want to. And again, it is all up to you guys. So that's all I have to say on that. Again, unfortunately, I don't know who he is, but I can tell you, and I can tell you right now, if it was someone in our community, someone that um, someone that we all knew, I would push a GoFundMe for something like that. Again, I don't do stuff to get vacations for people and different things like that. And I'm sorry, some people you could take offense to that. I don't do that for vacations. If someone has lost something, I'm going to push them and definitely do what I can, to help them. So that's there for you guys if anyone is interested. Okay. All right, Silver K, take care. Don't take too many of my streamers right now, but thank you very much. Happy birthday. Also, 62 people, which means I should have 62 likes, right? Right? Isn't that how math works? If there's 62 people watching right now, there should be 62 likes. Anyway, so let's get into everything that has come out. Oh, and quickly, Mr. Wonderful, one of the travesties, who listen, I love Travis. That's why we rip on him. Yo, a punk with toys. I will match up to $100 if we can get that up to 525 by the end of your stream. All right, guys, you hear that? And Travis, you've already donated 150 to him. So you know what? I don't know if you heard that. Did that link work? If not, Ed or Matthew, the other. Hey, it's all for a good cause. Like I said, I don't know the person, but again, I had someone that I trust vouch for him. So, all right. And I do want to say hi to Payne. This guy, I'm not going to say the types of things that he does for people, but let's just say he's one of the best guys right now in our community. And he's always doing nice for other people. So if you're not checking out Payne, a matter of fact, I'm going to say this right now. Right now, go to Payne's channel and subscribe, because I am so shocked that he doesn't have more subscribers than he does. And I know you have that link. Drop the link right there. Because I can't look for it right now. Drop the link for Payne's. I want everyone here. There's 66 people, so I don't expect them to have 66 more subscribers, because I know a lot of us are already subscribed, but there's got to be some people that aren't. And he does a wonderful job. And again, it's more than that. He's actually a person that puts. He walks the walk. That's all that I can say about it. So, all right. So Eternity Lips Link is good. Mike P is a very nice guy. I've been talking to him. Keep him in your prayers. Okay, so right there. Again, another person who I was just on with, vouch for him. And again, if everyone can, Payne says Friday is creative night starting on the next dial. Awesome. Okay, so let's just get into some of the news. I have successfully wasted 26 minutes of your guys' time. Factory can't subscribe more than once. Well, you can create more channels. That's one way to do it. All right, so let's get into Super 7. My favorite company. This is a company, I don't know if you know anything about Super 7. I'm going to talk about them a little bit. They price things right. They give you amazing articulation for such an amazing price point that you would never be upset. And when they do glow in the dark, it's by far the best. And they don't charge you too much. So they dropped on BBTS glow in the dark Chitara. Now this is like a super glow in the dark. I know it's super glow in the dark because it's $90 fucking dollars. I'm sorry, dude. So I know that these guys at Super 7 are, they're punks, they're skateboarders. They are not the straight edge punks because they must be fucking drunk and high if they want $90 for this piece of trash. I mean, if you like it, it's awesome. Although if you go watch my video on the original one, you'll wonder how you can have a cat that has so little articulation. And I want to say hi to Steve from Delta 17. I got your slides on here. I love what you announced. Disappointed you didn't do it on my channel, but you did it on a Good Guys. So we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to ask you, because you're right there, is it the same helicopter from Red Dawn? Because I think it is. That's just all that I need to know, because I'm already dreaming about how I can reenact that. That one scene. Anyway, this is Chitara. Now, again, this is the exact same pictures that they did. Yes. Oh, yes. All right. I thought it was, and I want to talk to you and Ken soon. I want to do a stream with you guys after your product drops, because I think that actually helps people to go there, be able to purchase it right there. But anyway, I'll get with you and Ken a little bit later. So, TC says probably trying to recoup all the money they lost from all the items that were on sale. Well, it's not them. Well, maybe BBTS. It was Entertainment Earth. Now this is a BBTS exclusive. So these are the same photos that they had. So basically, they just went in with Photoshop, they dropped it, changed the color to show you how it glows. Now I've heard people say that their glow in the dark is really good. The only experience I have with their glow in the dark is at Snake Eyes and Blind Woodsman, and that thing is trash. I could set that thing 5 miles from the sun, and I don't think that I would be able to get it to glow because it's trash. But listen, if you love Super 7, if you're like, I need a glow in the dark Chitara for $90, I don't know who needs that. And also, I think it's safe to say I would never have Brian Flynn on the channel. It's here. So it's very yellow. They don't even give you a head. Man, the other Chitara came with like 3 heads. Like, they even took accessories away. Took it from 55 to 90, but said, hey, it's glow in the dark. Oh my God. I'm sorry. So this is how it looks when it glows in the dark. It actually puts accents on how big her hips really are. Oh, Yes, her hips are definitely love size. um, but there it is again. Uh, I hope the O-rings that they do are good. I hope they're decent. Um, and I hope they hit a sweet spot of figures that we didn't have before. Some of the comics that we didn't get, how maybe a Billy, and hopefully they're not over the same price as their reaction figures. They're a bigger company. Um, so, and Steve here for now, right now, here we're talking about, this is going back to Delta 17. The helicopter used in Red Dawn was a mocked up Hind Model A. We'll be working on the Model D. The Model D is way cooler. Well, we're going to get to that in a little bit, like right before we get to G.I. Joe. So, which for me usually is, around, 10:30, 11. But I'm looking forward to it, man. You got me excited about that. Uh, okay. J Solo Arts. J Solo Arts. Now I remember you. I did this before. I brought up your name. I butchered it by trying to read it rather than looking at the square that has it in there. It's not very cheetah like. Out, man. I'm telling you, like if you go back and watch my Tigra video, you will. That was the first video. That is the first video that you actually see me start to get angry, and I just couldn't believe how bad it was. Very little articulation. The paint was awful. And then as time went on and you read and I watched more videos, and the owner's just so nonchalant, like, hey, what are you supposed to do? Like, that factory didn't want to do it properly and we've been waiting. What are you going to do? Like, I don't know, not charge people $55 for a piece of trash that isn't what you guys said that it was. But that's just me. And I know people say, well, you're not just going to lose money, but, I think that hurts you more than anything. So, anyway, Boss Fight Studios don't have very much from them. They did drop Wave 3 of the Popeye Classics are going to be coming January 24. So if you are into Popeye, now I don't collect Popeye, but I do somewhat talk about them when I see them. I really do like Boss Fight Studios figures. I think they do a really good job, to be honest. And they're actually priced at a decent price. I'll tell you what, I wish Boss Fight Studios would have gotten the rights to do G.I. Joe figures, like the movie figures and stuff. I think they do a way better job, especially when it comes to articulation. So, if you're in a Popeye, Wave 3 is coming. I can't say I've heard of anyone say they are in my community, but it's there if you're interested. All right. Marvel Legends. Now, this is something that has already been shown off, but it went up for pre-sale last week. And I normally don't come back and hold on. Huh. No, Matthew, I did not. Matthew just said I froze like 11 minutes ago. So I really don't talk about things that have already come out. I usually only discuss them when they first come out, or the G.I. Joe stuff I will. But I just think this figure is really good. And in all honesty, I have not heard anyone have any complaints about this figure. Allison says, I thought everyone into Popeye was dead. Well, I'm not going to lie. When I went to Universal, every time I go to Universal, and especially when the kids were younger, it's kind of like, do kids even know who Popeye the Sailor Man is? I mean, you have so much devoted to it, but yeah, it is one of those weird ones for sure. But anyway, end of this thing. Well, quickly, Clint Jorgensen says, if it was 1950, I would be totally on Popeye. I would army build the guy that loves burgers. Um, did the yeah did the cook have a name? I don't know. Um, I don't know if he did. I'm sure he does. But who knows? Anyway, so this figure here, I think it looks amazing. I was watching Robo's new show, Robo Don't Know, not the Foosh. But I was watching that, and he was showing all different ones, like mock-ups that you could do, X-Force, and again, I'm sure they'll do some sort of repaints on this, but I think this figure looks absolutely amazing. The wings that they did, I don't want to complain about the gargoyle wings, but it's like you could have done this. I like the big giant gargoyle wings, but after a while, you're like, ooh, that is uh that's a lot of space. And let's see, random diorama shows up. I tried to talk about Mighty Mouse to some people at work the other day, and I realized they were 25 years younger than me. I swear Mighty Mouse was old when we were kids, and I loved Mighty Mouse, but I don't remember. It never seemed like it was like new, but I know exactly what you're saying. TC says my last Marvel Legends had the forum on upside down. The Build a Figure had two left feet. Well, it happens. How can your Build a Figure have two left feet? Are you saying one of the figures came with the wrong foot, or did you buy two of the same figure? Uh, no, Wimpy was the one that ate the burgers, if I remember correctly, right? The cook was someone different, because that's what I was gonna say too, that it was Wimpy. But I think you're referring to the cook that I showed right here. But I'm sure we'll find it out when the pre-orders actually drop. Um, Also, I want to say thank you for everyone that now refers to him as Fat Trade. The whole FU has been dropped, just so you know. Um, and then Stinky Cat Butt, when can we get some Hong Kong Fu action figures? So. All right, so back to Angel here. Marvel Legends. Again, everything on this figure I think looks absolutely amazing. It's one I probably will not be ordering because I don't really do a lot of Marvel Legends, but if I find it on clearance, uh, which is always a good shot, always a good chance. But this looks awesome. I just think they really did it right. There's no pins that I can see now. Again, they did have to retool the mold so it doesn't have butterfly joints, and I believe they talked about it on the stream, and that's because of how the pegs have to go for the wings. But does he really need butterfly joints? He's not shooting a pistol. He's not Wolverine crossing over or anything like that. So again, it's nice to have, but do you really absolutely need it? So, but what we got here again, it just looks really good. I love the wingspan. I think I forget what they said that the wingspan is, but it's got to be close to what the gargoyles are. But the fact that it can come back in, I think people are really gonna like this. And there are links in my community tabs if you're looking to get it. He does come with two heads, uh, and I know Robo had kind of discussed this. Two different hands. I don't know why they put it on a white background when he's all white. Should have done something maybe a little bit darker. But yeah. But anyway, and switch or regular? Do you mean do you mean goofy or regular? Because I skate regular. When I skate Switch, I'm skating Goofy. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to, all of you. All right. Here's the box. Again, looks really nice. It'll probably be on clearance, the week that it comes out or the week after. And then look, kind of a little file card on the back. What a concept. Any other companies want to do something like that? All right. Now onto the Foosh. And I put the Foosh in here just to piss off Matthew. Anyway, oddly enough, did Michigan just get an interception? There's an iffy one there. Oddly enough, Robo was really talking about the Foosh, so he's either doesn't want people to think that there were issues when he left, or he's trying hard to not have issues with them. So first off, you can order these PowerCon skeletons, glow-in-the-dark skeletons. They're $50 and available right now. These were the only ones that were available yesterday when I was going through everything. They look pretty cool. Again, I'm all about glow-in-the-dark, but $50 for a skeleton, not to mention everything that's going to be, cost to ship it. That's going to be more than a $50 skeleton for sure. But again, here you can kind of see the fake glow in the dark. I like when they do like the digital mock-up of it glowing in the dark. Like, I know what glow in the dark looks like. All right, you're not fooling anyone. You're just showing, like, hey, here you go. This is what glow in the dark looks like. Yeah, I know. I have glow in the dark behind me. Okay, and I know when it doesn't really glow in the dark, and I know when it does glow in the dark really good. And sorry. I'm sorry. I'm watching the football game. If you're new to here, 72 people hit that like button. Told you I'm going to be distracted at times. I've already missed a lot of the game. Travis Moody said he has to focus all on the game. Yeah, I don't call in when I have the sniffles to my job. I go in, and this is my job. So I don't know what the hell I'm rambling on about. Anyway. Here's the box. Nothing great. Again, it's pretty cool, but these things are like $60. Again, lots of heads. So if you buy multiple, but god damn, that's expensive. Buddy, I can't let you out right now. Do you want me to call for someone to let you out? Hold on. Announcing. Andrew, please let Roman out. You use Alexa instead of calling for the kid. Whoa. Hopefully he'll actually hear it. All right. Again, there's a little bio on the back or whatever it is. I know it's. And now we come to the Naked Ninja, which is a black ninja. Now, I don't know I don't understand why they're doing a crowdfunder for a mold that they already have. I would say this, Matthew, I would love for you to chime in and explain to me why they are doing ninjas as a crowdfunder when they already have so many ninjas. Is something different? The knife is the same. The heads look the exact same. The hands look the exact same. Is there something different on these? Because I'm absolutely confused by it. So Matthew says muted and a bit freezing, but it's good. Well, I apologize if I'm freezing. Maybe when I yelled so loud or when I clapped, it caused things to, yeah. Man, Payne says I need 0 ninjas. Payne hates Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Man, I just went through saying all this good stuff about you, and then I remembered you hate Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, the ninjas. That hurts my soul. And you know what? When I get my Mezco ones in like 4 years, I will be sure to rub it in your face how awesome they are. Um, hate is strong work. Not really. If your heart is black, it's really easy to hate. I'm not gonna lie. Um, uh, because all the ninjas sold for less than they cost, so they need money for production. Those ninjas were pretty expensive, but it's not my fault that they put them down to clearance for like $3 for a while. Um, and not like they have to pay, Veeves or Robo anymore. So anyway, if you need more ninjas, and for some odd reason you couldn't get the numerous amount of hand ninjas that Hasbro has put out in the past 2 years, then here's another one. But I am going to say these, at least the ones that I have, because I do have a couple of them. They're a little fragile. Uh, just the hands are fragile the way they stay on. I haven't broke anyone, although one did come with two right feet, I believe it is. So anyway, if you need ninjas, the Naked Ninja, which is a black ninja, there you go. And they do look nice, but they scale fairly well. Just don't put them right next to each other. Uh, I just like to talk about it because Matthew's still waiting on some stuff that he ordered. How long ago did you order, Matthew? All right. So Ramen Toys showing off more product. Again, say it again. You got to deliver some product. Can't keep showing new product. And again, I think the guy's a really nice guy. When I met him, I've been on streams with him. I've seen him in the chats. He's never been in my chat, but that's beside the point. And there are other people that are friendly with him that have said the same thing. But the stuff that he is supposed to be, shipping out does look amazing. So this is another charger that he's doing, but it's, from what I can understand, from what I understand, it's more like Mad Max type stuff. But from what they said is, if you already ordered the charger, you'll have the ability to order this so you can accessorize your charger to having all these different types of accessories. So to me, I guess it's the same thing that he's kind of already doing if you want to make it the Hell charger. But again, kind of got to get it in hand before anyone can do anything with it. As you can see, it's made to look like it's been weathered a little bit, that it's rustic. And everything that he shows off looks absolutely amazing, but at the same time, until someone starts getting stuff in hand, it's hard to keep donating to. And I have nothing in. I have enough pre-orders and Kickstarters out there right now. So, say hi to JLS Comics. How are you doing? And then Odin says and so this is about the ninjas. They have improved articulation, and I believe the torso head and are scaled up for a stronger look, but the butterfly joints are a separate tier that has to be hit. Oh yeah, I heard that, and that made no sense. That you need that to get butterfly joint. That's a completely different mold. All right, like that's a completely different design. So yeah, I don't really get it. Capitan says, "What the fuck? Awesome, man! I'm waiting for a Mad Max action figure collection." Well, that's another thing. Like, who's gonna do a Mad Max action figure collection for something like this? I think that would be. This would work great with your Dreadnoks. You could, I guess, easily take some Dreadnoks and start customizing them. But who wants to customize a whole line around a vehicle that you could buy? It seems like more people would rather customize. You just went out. I know. I heard you out there barking. Come up here, buddy. All right. Say hi to everyone again. Here, we'll make you remove this. Say hi again. Because now there's 76 people watching Roman. They've all been here waiting for you. Say hi. Say hi. All right. Now you gotta be quiet. Shh. That's not quiet. That is actually the opposite of quiet. It's the opposite. Right now, you're blowing up people's earbuds right now. You just went outside. I heard Andrew let you out. I actually heard you outside. Yeah, I know he did. All right, buddy. So here's Roman. If you don't know who Roman is, he's the star of the show. Everyone loves Roman. Oh, wow. I never even put that. Everyone loves Roman. I can do my own show there. Tony, he said it loud. I don't think he can say it any loud. Yes, he wants to. Oh, where'd he go? Steve says he wants to go poop somewhere fancy. He gets the side of the house. That's where he gets to go. He only gets, he only gets so many snacks. He used to be really good. And then I let my ex, I swear, he stayed at my ex's when I was out of town. And then all of a sudden he's like sitting there looking at you with these puppy dog eyes, waiting for, your food. Because he's all about that. So, anyway, where were we? The Mad Max car. So anyway, if you're interested in this, I'm not even sure when it's going to go up. From what I understand, I thought that Ace had said that he's not going to put anything else for pre-order until some of the stuff actually starts to ship, which is good because some of the stuff needs to start shipping. But yeah. But again, if you're going to be interested in it and you've already ordered one, from what I heard is you'll be able to order just the accessory packs, so you don't have to reorder the whole thing again. Do you remember N2 Toys, the Road Warrior? I do not. Maybe if I saw them, it would kind of stick out in my mind, but I don't remember. Man, we've had a lot of toys over the years, haven't we? Or maybe we're just old, so we've seen a lot of stuff come and go. But I do like this idea, and I do like what Ramen Toys is doing. I don't like the fact that it seems like people are waiting a long time for some product. So as long as people are waiting for product, it's nice that he said I'm not going to put any more out. But at the same time, when does it go out? Let's say hi to Aaron, the toy enhancer. I just chimed in. What scale is the charger? It is for 6-inch figures. I guess I should have mentioned that. Well, I can't say everything that Ramen does is for 6-inch, but mostly everything they do is 6-inch figures. So everything is the 1/12 scale, which is nice. Again, I saw all the product at PowerCon, and it looked really, really nice. The charger, you could tell, had been around because he had both the Hell charger and the General Lee there, and you could tell that the tires were starting to sag and everything. So, and JLS, thank you very much. New channel member, thank you very much. Gonna have to get with everyone and figure out when we're gonna do another members only stream. Probably won't be this Friday, maybe the following Friday. But yeah. All right. So now let's get to their van, the bread van. Now, I don't know where the name of the bread van came from. Kind of a stupid name, but who really cares? We know what it's supposed to be. So here they showed it in a basic black. And boy, it has such a different feel when it's just your basic black. So here's the black. I swear this one should just come with free candy on the side.
It needs a little bit more rush to do that.
This is totally. I'm sorry. This is completely the kidnapper van. White van. It needs a little bit of a rust at the bottom, maybe. But yeah. Now I don't know. I'm assuming because I found this on the Facebook site, so I would assume that this is what he has coming, right? But this is what everyone really likes to see. And I got to say, seeing the painted models and everything, oof, someone needs A-Team figures. I mean, someone mentioned Mad Max. Fuck that. Give me some good A-Team figures. Hannibal, Murdoch, Face, and BA. And then you can give me an Amy Allen or Tanya. Wasn't it Tanya? I think was the other one. Um, the Ricky dude. I think his name was Ricky. We don't need him. We don't need General Stockwell. No, it's actually all on Matthew. um, uh, but yeah. So we does anyone remember the guy that came in when General Stockwell came on? I want to say his name was Ricky. I don't know. He was an atrocity, is what he was. Cobra Commander, Punk delivers bread in a truck. I don't do deliveries. Well, yeah, and spray it black and put the Punisher in it. Yes, that's another thing I think we've seen some pictures of. Frankie, yes. Ricky, Frankie. Frankie was stupid. It was such an awful, awful addition. Like, there was no one saying, you know what we need in the A-Team? Another member that wasn't in the military. Anyway, this thing looks awesome. Like, you can't look at this and not go, yep, that's the A-Team. And it brings back all those feels of that amazing, amazing TV show. But someone's got to do some figures for this. Now, these are some figures that I would definitely go all in on. You know, $100 for the 4 figures, right? That's a Hasbro price right there. You got to have that style AK that they had without the stock. Actually, the stock collapsed. No one ever noticed that the stock was actually collapsed. They do use it in like one episode where they had the stock out, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so this fan looks really good, and here's what Rock and Roll looks like in it. And I know I showed some of these pictures, but I saw these add-ons here, and I don't know if these are new. I know they're new since the last time I saw it, but you got the window shield, which, you remember they always created something like that. Here we have the visor, because everyone needs a brim on their hat or on their van. But I am excited. I will be happy to see the amount of photos that people are going to do with this, and hopefully someone can get some really good custom A-Team figures until we actually get some. And here is Graf. Need all the dreadnoughts for the van. Like, they can't go in this van. All right, they would be stealing it. You would need the A-Team to go and get it back from them, especially BA. You know how mad BA would be if the Dreadnought stole his van? Oof. That right there is an awesome imagination of a fight scene right there. Viper Scout says, Duke, Roadblock, Tunnel Rat, Scarlet, if you know, you know. Did Duke get killed in it? And these are some blurry shots, but this is what Ramen had up there, so that's what I get. All right, so Delta 17. We're going pretty quick. I don't have much after this, to be 100% honest. So I need to slow down. I'm also trying to watch the Michigan game. I thought I'd actually go a little bit slower. All right. So Delta 17. And the only reason why you see what time it was at the time and how many bars I had was because I couldn't find a good picture for them. But anyway, they did announce it. Steve announced that they are going to be doing this helicopter, a Hind E, is it right? It sounds so weird to say, and I would have never known what it's called. So, Steve, if you're still in there, feel free to say exactly what you're hoping to get done. But this is a helicopter that it is, and it was last night that he announced on Brick's channel what what he's hoping to do, and I'll let you go back and watch it there if you're interested. A matter of fact, if you go to Brick's, if you go to this stream on it, Brick actually has a timestamp of when he does talk about it. And there's a few things that I really enjoyed what Steve had to say. So, there's other people doing O-rings, and it sounds like maybe someone else wanted to do one also. That maybe someone else wanted to do one also, but Steve said, "Listen, I don't want to compromise doing a vehicle with someone else. I want to do stuff on my own, and maybe that makes me sound like a dick. I think that's what he said. I don't think so at all, because I'm kind of the same way when it comes to, my channel. Now, I like to do things myself. I like to be in control, and yes, that's good and bad. I ask for help and different things like that, but in the end, I want I want everything to fall on my shoulders. So this is going to be for O-ring scale. Now, again, if you haven't seen my Delta 17 video on my review of the figures, I suggest you go and watch it, or I ask that you go and watch it. He had talked that he's going to be doing vehicles. Never in my wildest dream when he said, you know what, should we just reveal it so there's not confusion? Never in my wildest dreams did I think that not only would it be a helicopter, that it would be this really large helicopter. And I believe it was a Russian helicopter. And I did ask Ken why this helicopter? Not that I'm upset about it. It seemed like really outside the box to do a helicopter like this. And he just said, hey, this is his favorite vehicle. I'm like, all right, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. It's something that we've never gotten before that I can think of. I know he was going through a few places that tried making them, or maybe did do, but they weren't really good. And he said you're looking about 2 years down the road. So anyone that's interested in Delta 17, if anyone is interested in, if they're wondering, are they planning on being around? Steve plans on this company being around for quite some time, which I love. He has plans for the future. For this, I believe he said, I know he said second wave. I think he even said the third wave. I want to say that he said that he has ideas for 2 vehicles. And again, the fact that this is the first one that you're going to announce. But if you are, again, if you're looking at everything here and you think that the O-ring is making a comeback, and there are a lot of Kickstarters for O-rings. Obviously, we have Super 7 that's going to do the O-ring. It might be a good investment, because you'll be able to use it with other O-ring lines. And from what I can tell, talking with Ken, he does not seem to have any type of issue with talking about other lines and stuff. So, oops, he doesn't have any issues talking about other lines, which I think is awesome. I think it's great that he can, that they can think ahead. So, yeah, I know. I know, Steve. I was like, where are you at? But yeah. So again, I love the fact that you guys announced it, and so because you're back, Steve, what I was saying is that you talked about on this stream with Brick about I don't want to share my idea and or do the idea as a collab. If it sucks, I want it to be on me, and if it's great, it's all on me. But I don't want to do anything like this, and I fully understand, and I'm with you, because I'm the same way when it comes to my channel. So I know you were kind of like hoping not sound like a dick or an ass about this, but I don't think so at all. It is your sole, your property, what you want to do, and I absolutely love it. So, but again, here we are Again, I want to have you guys on definitely after this thing goes live, because again, I think when you do the shows and your product isn't live yet, unfortunately, people won't go there and people forget about things. So I'm hoping that you can come on after it goes live and we can drive people to the site to order some stuff. So that was a little bit of the news when it comes to Delta 17. And I will be happy to talk more about that when more product comes in and I can review more stuff and talk about it. All right. So, not much G.I. Joe news, to be honest. Listen, when you guys are on, we can talk about whatever the hell you want, Ken. We talk about whatever the hell you want. All right, so I forgot to mention this last week. They talked about the Skeletron. I forgot to put these in the slides. And so here's a first look at the Skeletron and all the colors. Hey, buddy, come up here. Come on. There we go. Now, I'm still wondering when we're actually going to get this. It's already paid for. I just want it in my hands. And I put it in here because they dropped side-by-side scale against the Hiss. So if you have the Hiss, you can see exactly just how big this thing is. It's very large, which is great, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. And with that said, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I don't know how the hell I'm going to make it another 2 hours because I do not have nearly enough to talk about for the next 2 hours because there's not too much Joe news. All right. But anyway, Skeletron, this is how it looks compared to, or the Robo Skull compared to the Hiss tank. I already have one. It's paid for. Where am I going to put it? I don't know. But I don't know where I'm going to put the Dragonfly or the Vamp or the MMS or the amount of other things we are going to get. All right, so thanks to Jedi Jaybird, this went out last week. So from what it sounds like, these things have hit the shores, hit the U.S. shores, and watching the game again. These things have hit the U.S. shores. What is really odd about this is the SMS hasn't even gone up for pre-sale yet. They haven't announced where it's going to be sold. I'm assuming this is going to be a Pulse exclusive. So once again, as I talked about, I mentioned on one of the other streams, I think it was actually yesterday on Eternity Ellipse, that, listen, I know people don't like paying that $50 for the Hasbro Pulse premium, but you get free shipping. The amount of G.I. Joe stuff that they're putting out just from there, it's gonna pay your shipping costs easily. So I would just do it and then go from there. Shane says, I wish they would remake a 3 3/4 Robo Skull. Well, it is. So if you haven't been paying attention, and I'm not saying you haven't, but if you don't realize, the Robo Skull comes with a cockpit. One cockpit that comes out that you can drop in there and use it for a 6-inch figure, or another cockpit that drops in and you can have two 3.75 or 4-inch figures back to back in it. They made it dual purpose. Which I know some people really wish they would have done that with the Hiss tank. But yes, it is. It is a dual purpose. It is really. I mean, to me, it is really smart. It was something outside of the box that just thinking all we have to do is make it so we can pull the cockpit out and pop it down. Where is it, Shane? It is. It hasn't been made yet. It was a Kickstarter, so we are waiting for it to show up. I do believe you can still order them, but yeah, uh, yeah, it's just crazy. It is a crazy vehicle, and it's super. I mean, it's like 250, right? I think it was 250. And then after your shipping and everything, yeah. But I don't know. I think it's on Backer Kit is where you can actually get it. So, but when it's going to actually come, that's a whole other story. So, uh, anyway, you know what, Shane? I'm with you. I've actually discussed this before. The one thing I like about what they are doing is they are releasing some product as they're getting closer. So rather than waiting on everything, because yes, I have a lot of Kickstarters, or I don't have a lot. I don't have nearly as many as some other people. But to me, you're still looking at hundreds of dollars that are wrapped up in Kickstarters that you're going on, 2, 3 years, uh, going on 4 years. And I'm with you. I'm with you. You really have to. You have to be careful with this. And I back this one only because the other people that were supporting it, like Chris from the Full Force, guys like that, they were strongly behind it. Carson, he endorsed it from 3D Joe's. So when you have people like that that have done Kickstarters or have who are involved somewhere in the industry or have very successful channels, they don't like to back things that they don't want to support things or put their name behind something that they aren't too sure of. But I am with you 100% because by now, if all these Kickstarters ever came, that money's just long gone. Like I've forgotten all about it. So, all right. The Lilith says, keep in mind this is only for American residents, no free shipping for international. Okay, very true. Yes. So yeah, the Hasbro Premium is only for U.S. residents, not even the Canadians who literally live like right across the border. So yeah, but yeah. So if you live in the U.S., it pays just to have the Hasbro Premium, just for all the GI Joe stuff. God, Michigan. All right. Anyway, might have to bring someone on here because I'm going to get very distracted really soon. Continental 48, TC says. Okay, well, so if you live in Hawaii, you live in there in Alaska, then you don't get it. It's lower 48. Okay. But anyway, these should be shipping soon. They should be hitting. So, and then the 60th anniversary. This is the Action Pilot and the Action Marine. So we knew all four were coming. So now you have sorry. um all right. I apologize again. Michigan just had a hell of a run to keep them out of get them out of their end zone. Whew. Okay. He's gonna drink. All right. So anyway, here's what is really unique about this right here. I think people kind of think about this. So they have, they've already showed the diver and the army guy. Can't think of what he's called. And now we have the Action Pilot and the Action Marine. The thing is, they have a diver, not a sailor. So I'm willing to bet that we're going to get a sailor, just a pure sailor, not just a diver. So I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of different 60th anniversary figures. Maybe not a lot, but a good amount. I made a comment that I wouldn't be surprised if we see 100 classified style figures this year, including all the retro figures, these 60th anniversary, and then obviously the classified figures, all the deluxe figures that will get like 2 packs or 3 packs. The San Diego Comic-Con, the Pulse. What's the Pulse thing? I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, down south says I'm excited to see what the pilots look like. I am too. I think they're going to do a really good job with this. Again, they could just take all our monies and we have nothing. Like, oh yeah, I wanted to collect that other line, but I didn't get a chance to. It says I backed the Cobra Mothership from Super 7, haven't received it yet, and you're never going to. Did you get your money back yet? That's my question. Did the people get their money back that backed that art yet? Because unfortunately, that's a lot of money that people, that people dropped over there. So, anyway, JLS says I flew into Houston tonight. You should have seen all the Michigan swag everywhere was rocking. Yeah, they said that it's mostly Michigan in the stadium right now, which isn't very shocking. Just because of the way they do travel. Not trying to say anything about Washington, but Michigan is, Michigan fans have been waiting a long time for this. I mean, not that Washington hasn't, but Michigan is such a man. I'm tired of. They are stressing people out. I'll tell you that much. They came out hot right away, and they have really started to regress. Only up by a touchdown. Oh, anyway, and that's it. That's all the news that I had. Hour and 17 minutes. This has got to be a record since I started going 3 hours. That is for sure. Remove the wrong thing. Oh, Clint's going to army build the Rain Corps. All right. Clint wants to army build the Rain Corps. Yeah, we should do that. Oh, the poor Rain Corps. He was so close. That Rain Corps was so close to getting funded. Like it was like, oh, it's just right there. And because of that, the Sky Striker went through the roof. And had we had 24 more hours with the Sky Striker, I would have ketchup and mustard, and I would have a proper O-rings to direct my Sky Strikers. Which, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's an outdated plane, but it just looks amazing still. Derek asked, "Do I think Harbaugh leaves for the NFL after this game?" I do. I really do. I know no one wants to talk about sports ball, but yeah, I think he does. He wants. His brother has. His brother has that Super Bowl. He wants it, and God knows what's going to happen to Michigan after this. All the sanctions that they might get, whether Harbaugh is going to get another suspension. It makes absolutely. It's a mess, but I don't care. If they win, I don't care. You can't take this away, right? You buy the shirt, like, hey, look, I have the shirt. You can't take it away. Oh boy, Michigan should have started Tom Brady instead of Drew Henson. Drew got preferential treatment because his dad created the Muppets. I don't think his dad created the Muppets. Drew Henson was a better quarterback than Tom Brady in college. He had way more talent. All those people that say they wanted Tom Brady to start over Henson, they're liars. I know this because I listen to sports radio. Nobody wanted Brady. No one thought he was any good. Although he was known as the comeback kid. I will give him that because they were down so many times at half when he would take over. So, anyway. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, maybe no one else has gotten caught doing that. I don't know. I'm sure others have done that, but anyway. So let's get in the topic, and then we're gonna figure out stuff after this. Because hey, sometimes my topics they last like 5 minutes. I assume that I would be going on longer, and I'm not. So we might do something a little different today. But anyway, so the topic that I wanted to have was really about where you buy your figures from, and not just where you buy your figures from, but how we go about it. And when you order from multiple places, and remembering that you have to cancel orders, and how some places you can't cancel orders. Shane, I'm with you. Brady got lucky that Bledsoe got hurt in the playoffs, or yeah, he doesn't ever play. I actually got hurt, I think, before the playoffs, if I remember correctly. But anyway, no one wants to talk sports ball. I know that. I know we're not doing this right now, buddy. Anyway, so there's lots of different places to order your figures from. As you know, I have different affiliate links that I do, put down there. I love when people use it. It definitely helps everything out. Now there's no doubt about it. But I think over the years, over COVID, Hasbro really put people into a panic mode that they're not going to get everything. And again, as I mentioned before, I go on these these Joe Facebook pages, and what you end up having is these people that think you can only buy from Amazon or you can buy from Hasbro Pulse. They don't take the time to do the research and look, hey, there's BBTS. Maybe you don't know what BBTS and Entertainment Earth are, but ask. Everyone's worried about the Techno Viper because it was sold out, and it's like, I can order like 50 from BBTS if I want to. There's not going to be a shortage if I don't want it. Roman, what are you doing? So there's all these different stores that you can order from. Some of them you're going to have to pay up front. Nerdzork, they make you the CMD store. They're going to be a little bit more pricey, but again, they're going to be coming out of Canada. So sometimes you might get that a little bit earlier, but you also can't cancel. You definitely can't cancel from CMD store. That I do know. So, when a lot of these people are looking for stuff to order, I think they need to look at other places. People are worried, that they can't find stuff. Just go to BBTS or Entertainment Earth. BBTS is actually the easiest, to be 100% honest. It goes in your pile of loot, so it doesn't ship right away. You don't have to pay for it if you don't want to. JLS says, I do all my ordering with Ollie's. That is a gamble, man, but it might have paid off for you. So, sorry. I looked up at the football game. 4th and 4. Anyway, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. Told you I can't do two things at once. But when we're ordering all these figures from so many different places, you have to start remembering where you canceled from. And I hear these people and I watch these people and they're talking about like, oh, I gotta remember where I ordered it from. I gotta remember where I did this. And it's like, I gotta do a spreadsheet. Like, first off, don't you just order from like 3 different places? Now, don't get me wrong, Hasbro Pulse is a pain to cancel things, but if you do it on the computer, you can actually just go to pre-orders. You can find things a little bit easier than the app. But if you do it from Amazon, well, it's all right there. If it's BBTS, it's all right there. Same as Entertainment Earth. But there's other stores that you can also order from too. One is Hella Dope Toys. And again, as I mentioned, if you use my code, even on pre-orders, you get 10% off. And they don't require you to pay everything down. You can do a 10% down, or you can do everything all at once. And it's really up to you. But more, I just want to talk about, all the people that act like they can't remember like how they ordered it all and everything. Where did I order this from? How did I do this? How did I do that? You know what? I don't even have a fucking topic. You know what? You ever just lose it? Like, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do something right now I've never done before. Where is it? Anyway. Oh, you guys are still there. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so it's just like, I'm out of it, dude. Yeah. Sometimes you can't think what the hell you're trying to do. So we're gonna fix this. And do something we haven't done before. If you're a certain people on Instagram, go there. And this is riveting right now. There's 78 of you going, what the hell is this guy doing? And honestly, I'm not even sure what the hell I'm doing right now. Actually, I know exactly what I'm doing right now. Gonna make someone really mad. Anyway, Tony Matthew, check your Instagram really quick for me. Anyway, okay, so yeah, you don't want to order from Dark Side Toys. Don't want to order from Dork Side Toys. That's a bad idea. You probably won't ever see it. You're not gonna ever see it there. I'm just trying to get rid of this. I hate when I'm trying to do this. Stop screen there. All right. So anyway, Tony, go check your Instagram right now. Matthew, you too. And like Matthew said, hit that like button, please and thank you. This Larry is trying to be Lawrence. I told you, like, this is going to be a difficult day. There really isn't that much, man. When you go 3 hours, you go 3 hours and there's not that much to talk about, and then you get kind of stuck. But, yeah. So, anyway, the fact that you guys are still watching, I don't even know what I'm talking about. There we go. Tony, go to your Instagram right now. Matthew, you're on mute. I don't know if Matthew knows what he's doing. So we're going to bring someone on. We're going to bring people on for the first time on Monday Night Toy Ramblings. I'm just going to try and upset someone, really. I don't have to try. It's not that hard to upset someone. Matthew, what the hell are you doing? Just pull out Carson's book and read. I did not back Carson. I didn't back Carson's book. Oh, I sent it to your Anthony Romo. Send it to Anthony Romo. You people with multiple Instagrams, why would you do something like that? All right, well, I'm gonna remove this until Matthew figures out what he's doing. I'm trying to make history here because I got to talk to someone. I'm sorry. I can't do it. All right. Eventually, it was going to happen. Listen, eventually it was going to happen. I had to have someone on to talk to. Sometimes it's difficult. Again, if there was more toy news, especially the GI Joe news. It would make it a lot easier. If Matthew knew how to use his phone, it might make it easier there. Yeah, I'm kind of jumping the shark right now, aren't I? It doesn't help that this game is on right now, and it's very stressful. Very not helpful. Not helpful that the two people that I reached out to are MIA. Here, you know what? Let's do this really quick here. Some of these people I can't find really easily. So where is he? There you go. Shark, I just sent it to you too. One of you will eventually show up on the damn channel. Pain, but you go to bed in 2 minutes. I didn't think you were here. You're absolutely right. This is a complete shit show right now. Thank you very much for tuning in. All right. I'm trying to see how many people I can keep on here for as long as I've kept on here. But you know what? Am I sending the right code out? I mean, I've done this before, just not on this show. Give me 1 second here. Why can't I find Pain? Here you are, Pain. All right, Pain. Been sent to you. That's best shit show ever. Listen, I apologize. Again, listen, it's free. You guys aren't paying for shit, so don't worry about it. Once someone jumps on, then I can have a conversation with someone. Listen, I knew eventually this was going to happen, that I would get to the point that I'm doing this alone, and I have nothing to talk about. I have no back and forth. Unfortunately, I'm trying to look at one thing and getting completely distracted. So here we are, biggest shit show of 2024 to start off. And I have numerous codes sent out. I'm just looking at them, and nobody seems to want to read them. Everyone always wants to show up here. Do not make me ask Travis. That would be a travesty if I have to ask Travis and he's the first one to show up here. All right, there we go.
I'm here. They're Tony, so
What the fuck?
Troublemakers.
Look at this.
Travis, I think, is on the other one. So
I didn't send one out to Travis. All right, guys. Tony, why are you hiding your face?
Oh, hold on. I gotta fix my shit first.
Man, you guys act like you don't know how this works.
I was unprepared, motherfucker.
in what world do you have to fix shit, Tony? I mean, let's
I
be
got
honest.
3 cameras, my OnlyFans camera.
Organs, blood, guts, you fix that.
My Nexigo camera, my Logitech camera, my OnlyFans camera.
I know.
All right.
I gotta put my underwear back on. Shit.
I don't
Why?
need to. No,
You're not shooting that down.
There's some things, Tony, that I don't need to know about. I'm just saying.
Well, that's why I was scared to
Hold
ask
up.
Adam to come
Some
on.
imagery I don't need in my head.
All
right.
It's going wacky right
Just
now.
saying.
Hold on.
So here we go. This is the first time ever that I've had someone live.
Other than you on, yeah, I know it's weird.
I was
Other than
going
me,
off
my
my
kids,
shit
and my
here.
dog. Listen, I knew it was going to happen eventually.
What? You were going to get distracted from the game, and then you just couldn't focus on anything else?
Well, oh no, I
Yeah,
knew that.
game is
No,
insane right now.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that eventually there was going to be come to a point where I couldn't go 3 hours by myself. That I was going to have a talking point.
I gotta restart. I'll be right back.
Some junkyard and mud, so might as well do that while I'm standing here.
So I'll ask you, Aaron, since you are here, and I know you order from a lot of places.
Yeah.
How do you handle ordering from different places?
It really depends. Sometimes I will double order something, and then I'll cancel it one place once I start getting it. Now I made that mistake with the Arctic bats. So I have one Arctic back only because, apparently Helidopes is not getting theirs. So I will be stuck with the one Arctic bat somewhere. So I'm going to have to pay some scalping piece of garbage for two more. But, that's what happens when I cancel my Pulse order when I get an order with someone else. So I pretty much decided that, if I'm going to order Hasbro stuff, it's going to be directly from Hasbro. The rest of it, the rest of them I'll order from whoever, wherever, whenever. I'll order direct when I can.
So
AWOC comes directly from Sparrow for the most part for me.
So you're not doing reviews. Do you order from multiple places, or do you just order from one place and be like, when it comes?
No, it depends on what it is. Like sometimes I'll order from multiple places.
Okay.
So like if it's an exclusive for like Walmart or Target, I might go ahead and order it from Target and from Walmart, just cover my bases because Walmart and Target, they've canceled more than one of my share of orders, and so is Amazon for that matter. I mean, I can't say that I haven't got a messed up.
That's where I'm sitting right now. Is that
canceled.
Night Force? So Night Force, Tunnel Rat just shipped out, but I also know Pulse is about to charge me for it, but I don't know when.
You don't know when they charged you for it?
I don't know when they're going to. I just got that confirmation that said, hey, you know what? We're getting ready to ship it, right?
Yeah, it's coming in.
So it's one of those things now. It's like, and I got burnt with a couple other figures. The problem is when I ordered it from Walmart, I had a $25 coupon. So the 3 figures on there were $17 each.
Yeah,
so I don't want to cancel that. Where unfortunately, so I had to reorder Shadow Tracker because it's still sitting in processing. But then I reordered it and it came. So I'm like, all right, well, when it actually ships, I will take back and return that one for the $25 and not for the $17.
Yeah,
because it's easy to just walk in there. I mean, I'm not going to die for that money. So
you got people returning Ollie's figures at Walmart, so
Well, I'd actually be returning a figure 1 for 1. Shark Guys, how are you?
At least you're being moderately honest about it.
Last time Shark Guys was on, he was shirtless. It was not something
he was
we
shirtless.
were expecting.
Last time I recall him being on, yes, he was partially naked.
And right now his shirt is about the same color as his skin, so he kind of looks shirtless right now.
I can't say anything, man. Adam, just like you, I'm as pasty as it comes.
So look, it's pretty bright in here because like I've got like a light globe in here. It's not like a soft light. It's kind of like fluorescent, and I haven't got my lamp on, so I probably do look a little bit pale. But I assure you that I have a bit of a tan because it is summer here right now, and I obviously work outside, so I've got some sun. You just can't see it.
Yeah. So Aaron says I always order from two or three places, and sometimes I cancel from Amazon because I always buy 2 of each character. Anyway, sometimes one arrives quicker. Yeah, and that's exactly it. But Hasbro, I feel like Hasbro put us in this situation
where we have to do it.
We did it to ourselves. I mean, Hasbro didn't do. But we got conditioned that, oh my God, I'm gonna miss out on this figure, so I got to order from this place and I got to order from that place, and it's like.
You almost feel like that you have to do it because you don't have a choice. If you're not, there's more opportunity, especially with exclusives. You have to order from both places because you're not going to get guaranteed that you're going to get it.
Yep. Yeah, and the big one is from. The big one.
The big one.
Oh! Shut up! I don't care.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Get his ass.
Woo!
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Tony's just rooting against you, right? Is that what it is?
It's okay.
My dad put money with my uncle on the Huskies. I don't know why.
Sure. Likely excuse. I see how
I can't do that because these guys got to play still.
Yeah. Okay.
Tony's scared of that.
That's superstition like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, but Adam's going to be interesting because he really didn't have a whole lot of options considering where he's at. But he does have a couple, he's got some.
No.
He's got somebody that's a prime Hasbro dealer in his area that ships to him. I can't imagine what that costs.
Well,
Yeah.
Adam isn't.
Just for you, Adam.
Adam.
Yeah.
Adam
We say
has a
forever,
way
baby.
that, he's able to get stuff out of the U.S. and ship to Australia.
Australia.
Can I ask about how much does that run you?
Wait,
Oh man! So to give you an idea, my his tank that costs around 400 Australian to be shipped here, not for the actual. Thing.
Okay, that's actually not what I meant. I actually meant how much is it for that service for you to have?
So the service is like free. You don't pay like a subscription or anything like that. It's all done via volume and metrics in terms of the size, and weight and whatnot. So yeah.
Okay. So do you just wait till you have a now? If people don't know, Shark Eyes is in Australia. He has a service that he has stuff shipped here. He's not the only one that does this. Mr. Popinski, I know, also does it. He does his through Texas though, but I'm not sure where Mr. Popinski is. So,
Right.
But anyway, so
is that cheaper than trying to get it shipped from Taiwan?
No, JLS, not 400 for shipping, 400 for the whole thing, right, Adam?
Did you say it was 400 for shipping?
No,
shipping.
It was 400 Australian just to ship it.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah.
Holy!
It was about.
Oh,
it worked out.
You lucky bastard.
Sorry, buddy.
Let me have a quick look.
All right, so just so everyone knows, when I watch Michigan football, whether I'm screaming because I'm mad or happy, he gets worried.
Of course he does.
Okay. I know. This is good. All right. Anyway, I'm going to give the show up to someone in a little bit.
So what are Adam? What are the figures running you if you buy them local?
Okay, so if I buy like a standard like classified figure, which would be I think like $25 price point for you guys, yeah, that would be anywhere between. So I'm just looking up a retailer now, which is a local one. So, for instance, they've got Helix for sale, and this is through Zing, and Zing is like a subsidiary of EB Games.
I know it is.
Which is here. They sell all collectibles and pop culture stuff. Sometimes they're located in Zing's in EB stores. Sometimes they're separate. So for Helix, it'll cost me 45 AUD for the figure. So if you do the math, USD to AUD, it's so if I punch that in 25, that's going to be 37 Australian. So they're making an $8 markup per figure,
which is not bad considering bulk. Do they do online or no?
Yeah, well, you can order that online and go pick it up in store. But there are other like third-party like sellers here who might sell you a figure for $42 or $43. So you save a couple of dollars there. But in terms of other retail places that are selling classifieds, it's like Zing and Pop Culture. They're the two main ones. Other than that, fuck this.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's a whole lot of options. So
no,
you can get Profit Destro, right?
Can we still get him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still available on Toy Store shelves, like at a select few toy stores.
You guys told me that story. It's like that's all we have.
And how long ago did we tell you that, man? Like, and that's still the case.
That was like 6 months ago. That was. They made the trophy using it.
Aaron, Ronnie Trick Show. He's got the trophy. Yeah,
I absolutely love the trophy. So anyway, as I know everyone expects me to do this live by myself for 3 hours. Eventually, I knew that it was going to come that I could not. There was going to be that stumbling roadblock. I actually thought there was more news than what I actually had, to be honest. But then
It probably was, but you were subconsciously rushing through it so you could watch the football game.
I was trying to go slow.
It's hard with your game on right now. I was like, holy shit, how's he gonna do?
Dude, it's right
here, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah.
And then I get again. So, and I mentioned this before.
What'd you do, Adam?
I didn't do anything. I'm just showing off that cape stain.
Yeah. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, that cape rub.
Yeah, it's got it in two parts. I can't probably see it because the lighting's not great, but
yeah,
it's bad.
Try some Windsor Newton on that if you can get any, and I take the cape off.
Sure I can probably
on there. It might come out because that flesh tone is actually the color of the plastic, so it's not painted.
I'll give that a bash. Cheers, man.
So Tony, for you with for your figures, you don't buy everything. You don't order from multiple places, do you?
I this time, well, a couple times I ordered from a couple different ones, but this time I ordered mutton junk only because you told me. I think it was you, yeah.
Like he has a big hairy Wookiee. Quickly, I want to address. Listen, I got to address Will, who said mute. No, you guys don't get the full experience of me yelling. A few years ago, when my ex and I were still together, when Michigan botched the final snap against Michigan State, they had just gone up and they ended up losing. They had watched me go from as excited as you could be to absolutely flipping out, and my kids were young and they were like, "Oh my God." And they laughed their ass off. Like, they weren't scared. They were just like, and it still gets brought up. And
that's how the Chicago Bulls used to be for me, Lawrence, many years ago.
It's
many years ago.
And you know what? And people that don't like sports ball, they don't understand. And again, I don't like every single, it's not like I have every single team. And again, if someone on a team that I don't care about does some, an amazing catch, an amazing goal, like, you're excited, but you're not. It doesn't do that much. It's like, oh my God, that was amazing. It's like me watching some amazing skate trick, right? It's awesome. I'm gonna be kind of shocked, but when it's your team, yeah, you know what it's like.
Yeah, man, I do.
Tony remembers when his team used to win.
Yes, we had to make arrangements before he came on my show make sure he didn't miss his Australian rules football.
That's right. That's true.
Did you do it live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have found a new Junkyard is now the official pilot of the Python Patrol.
Who you got in there? I can't see it properly.
It's Junkyard.
I can't see it really either.
oh yeah.
Oh, it's the damn.
I couldn't see it was
like,
underneath there.
What the fuck is he showing me?
You couldn't see it. Yeah, I haven't shipped it out to you yet, Tony. I'm gonna ship it out this week.
Junkyard?
Yeah. I think you could just paint yours and ship it to me.
I haven't got it yet.
Oh,
I woke up and got annoyed about Mutton Junkyard today. I don't know if you saw my post on Instagram. Amazon, as well as Zing, delayed the release of it here for another month.
Oh. Yeah, mine just magically showed up after I had already told BBT.
Yeah, his showed up like easy.
But
you told me about was it BBTS? Yeah, they shipped it as soon as because it was in stock. And Amazon's over here saying it'll come in January, February. I'm like, I'll just order it, shipped out.
Yeah.
But I don't want to cancel the other one until I have the other one in hand. Hopefully it doesn't.
Mine came from Pulse, so yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I canceled my Amazon one, and like to give you an idea of how much that set is costing here, it is $85 for Martin Junkyard.
Oh my god!
But what does that translate into US dollars?
That's a lot of dog walking.
85 will be. Let's have a quick look.
Let's have a look.
Hang on a second.
Exactly, Matthew. I don't cancel.
$57.20 USD.
So they're getting about $12 markup.
My computer is acting fucking.
Yeah, and Matthew, that is exactly what has burnt me. And that right now, if Pulse would have already shipped this, this tunnel rat, if the price were the exact same, I would have canceled the other one, because Pulse, I know, will for the most part package it properly.
Yeah.
And even though I'm an opener, I keep all my boxes. But with Walmart, I don't know how it's going to come.
Yeah. Walmart is a crapshoot about what you're going to get.
Most of my stuff from Walmart's been pretty good. I had a few things that came in bags.
My first retro cards came in and they were folded in half.
I had 3 retro cards that came in bags.
So,
two that came in bags, 2 that came in boxes, and this guy right here, actually, Greg, because we live, well, at the time we were living miles away from each other. Does Tony do commissions? Okay. Yeah, so Greg wants 4 A-team figures. I'm assuming you're talking about the A-team figures.
Oh, shit.
4 A-team faces done.
be right back.
I know Greg was flipping out over trying to do the eyes. He's like, I suck at painting.
Customs would be easy and custom to paint, but I need someone to print me out the heads, face.
He has the heads.
Oh, I paint them.
He ordered the heads and he tried painting them. If it's what if it's what I'm thinking it is. So if you can do it, Greg, get them to me, and I'm going to be shipping him something anyway. So
yeah, I just got commissioned for the Vietnam triplets, Snake Eye Storm Shadow Stalker.
Well, I guess you need to talk to him about how much you're going to charge him. So
you killed those, Tony. They were fantastic, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, somebody wanted them and talked me into it, and I'm like, those are pretty. Yeah, are you sure? Okay.
God.
Here's the prize. Bing bang boom.
That's it, man.
I still think Tommy's arms were just too big.
They were. I might put Falcon's arms on them.
Also, I mean, they completely ruined.
Look at Storm Shadow's arms though. On Storm Shadow.
Yeah, but
ripped.
Also, they ruined everything when they decided to put those 3 together. I mean, if they were in Vietnam, they'd be like 60 or 70 right now.
Well, sure. This is from the comic. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've had to update the war. They've had to update whatever war for these guys.
So poor Tony posted these figures on Facebook, and there's always got to be one person that's not joking that goes into this whole rant. And one was Storm Shadow's arms are too big, or Tommy's arms are too big. And then someone went into a whole thing about how like Larry Hama ruined the whole thing when he made Tommy not from Japan, and it was like, but that's his story. Like,
yeah, my Storm Shadow's from Japan, and then he
and then
went to Vietnam as an American.
Yeah, like Tony. I think Tony had posted a picture, and the guy's like, "Oh, that's from the new comic," and I'm like,
"Oh God!"
I'm like, "Look at the picture. You can tell an '80s comic book. It's just flat."
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Oh!
You have Mutton Junkyard, right? No,
they're on the way.
Okay, just wait till you see the forearm hair.
Oh God, I've seen it.
I've seen it.
I might take it off.
It just stops. The problem is
it just stops like he shaved right here.
It stops at the elbow. Yeah,
it's like right here. And goes, I might just take it off. Windsor Newton is your friend.
It's just
disturbing.
It doesn't really.
I'm looking at it
going,
that don't right.
No, I don't. I could make it jagged.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Oh man, I see that, and I just want to give him the Mac 11 suppressed.
It should have been a smaller sponge or smaller tempo, so it'd be a little bit spread out. Because this This looks like somebody's fro on his forearm.
it looks awkward. Man. So picky.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well,
That's all.
Like he's got a cheer pit just grown out of his arms.
Oh no, Matthew, we know that.
Hell yeah.
This was someone else that just
exactly,
was like,
Matthew.
And when Tony posted the picture from the 80s comic, the guy was like, that's from the new comic. And we're like, dude, you can look at the picture. Like 80s comics are just
like this. Oh,
the covers, the comic art really hasn't changed that much.
I got these when I was I don't know, 85, 10, 11 years old, man.
Yeah.
They're Vietnam. They're
and then someone tried arguing that, you know, if they were in Vietnam, they'd be in their 60s.
True.
We're like, this comic came out in 87, so it
right.
actually
So it doesn't
pretty close.
Just enjoy the damn custom and move the fuck on. Like, appreciate the work. Like, you don't need to like.
No, that's not how it works, man.
History and
everybody's got to give their 2 cents about how they would do it.
One guy.
That's how that
works.
works.
Allison, I don't think it was that racist guy. It was just
no.
They're not all that jacked. I can't shave them all down. They're all what I use. They're all Hasbro parts.
That's exactly what I said to you. You know what? Yeah, it wasn't not Jeremy. It was not Jeremy.
There's only one dude trying to be all technical about it, and I'm like, this is all I got, dude. You want me to shave them the arms down so they're little for you? Jeez.
Pop Blender. I want to say hi to Pop Blender. I thought maybe he boycotted the channel after Alabama.
Now we got Michigan. Now we got both cousins in here.
It says, I'm okay with the hair. I don't expect perfect paint apps for it. If it's on there, it's fine. If not, I'm okay with that too. I don't think it looks bad. I mean, I can understand where you guys nitpick a lot of things.
This game's over, brother.
But
it's not a deal breaker. It's just
that's the thing.
When you look at it, it kind of throws you out of the way.
It's different if you nitpick and you're like, I just don't like that. I feel I can do something better. Yeah. Where today in one of the today when we and one of the Facebook group pages, someone was pissed because Mutt doesn't have a circle to put the just a little.
I saw that.
I got somebody. Somebody made a holder for his billy club.
Yeah. I kind of understand that because they've done it with a lot of things. That'd be really easy. But then they were upset that they didn't have a pouch for all of his other accessories. And then once the comments started, they were awesome. I can't believe they didn't make a pouch for the other head for Jim.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
He
must have went insane at that knife that has no place.
It works just fine in the back. I'm just saying. You can pop it between the vest and his body, and it works.
Bobby B would love that. Bam.
Lawrence, I got to give you props, man, on doing the TikTok with the hand gestures.
I was just gonna mention that. Thank Matthew. Matthew sent that over to me, and I'm like, can I put this into a short? And it took way longer than I thought it was going to, because of course it's like if you're doing it, you got to get Junkyard in the right position, and you don't just want him like in the exact same every time, but it was. You got to take the picture and make sure that you can see the hand, because the one was a little. Like the leave it, the angle of it was a little different.
Yep.
But
it was really good because
that face.
I actually considered doing it for my review.
I like
and because all these people obviously you see people talking about what's this mean or why do they need to include that. He's a fucking dog handler. Like it makes total sense. Like
you know what I mean? Baby.
Dude, people not watch the shows. They talked about it. And again, if you would have given all those hands to fucking Hawk, it would have been stupid. But it's like, all right. So guess what?
I gotta say, I love the articulation on him though too. I mean, it's
you can get some really good shots with him. Like you can get some really good poses with him. I mean, the same with Timber. I think they did a wonderful job with both of them. Although I think when I went up and I looked at how big a white wolf is or gray wolf is compared to a Rottweiler, they're closer to the same size. So I think the wolf is a little bit bigger, or I actually think
definitely.
I actually think Junkyard is a little bit smaller than he should. Again, a small complaint, and that's why I said to Tony, "Well, I didn't cancel one. Well, actually, because Amazon just came, and I'm like, I was just gonna return it to Amazon, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I'm like, can you do this? Can you turn this into Roman? Because it's kind of smaller. Again, Rottweilers and Pit Bulls have so many. Their faces look the same for the most part. Just one.
I started looking at them and I'm like, yeah, I can paint them just like Roman's color.
Yeah. This is the thing with Roddies, because like I've seen people complain about Junkyard, like the size of him and stuff like that. Roddies can be slender and Roddies can be big and have heads that are like this big. Like I have several of them at my work at the moment, and they're not all the same length. They're not all the same width.
No.
You know what I mean? And if you remember in the comic books, in the original Marvel books, Junkyard was slender. You know what I mean?
He was like a mutt. He was like a black lab and a Doberman mix.
Exactly.
I guess now, like when I see a Rottweiler, like when you're a kid, you think Rottweilers and Pit Bulls are the same size, and then you see them next to each other, and you're like,
Rottweilers are fucking huge.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some Pit Bulls that can get up to be that big, but you know, for the most part, they're much short. Not much, just shorter. They're they're lower, they're shorter, and
well, we've got one at work right now, and he is 60 kilos in pounds. That is going to be
2.2 pounds,
130 pounds.
Yeah, he's pretty good size.
He's a big dog.
Yeah, that's about a normal size of.
I don't have an issue with him being smaller because let's be honest,
you can use the extra hands for Fiona.
There you go.
Yeah, so
put him in her mouth.
Yeah,
painting the Hasbro Junkyard would be better than painting this. This is like a true freaking Roddy.
It's stiff.
It just sits there.
It's just a statue of a Roddy.
You need to paint it gold and then set it on top of
This is a real Roddy.
Mutton Junkyard. He'll be the statue one.
Just to have a custom Roman. I'm just like, I know I've mentioned it to you before, Tony, and I know that if you had seen something that looked like one, you were gonna buy it and paint it up. But when I'm like, I even looked at the face compared to him. I'm like,
it's fine.
They have such similar face, and again, it's a toy. You know, it's a toy. Like if someone, I mean, I'm sure someone will end up seeing it when I do a little review, and they'll be like, "Well, Pit Bulls aren't the same size as Rottweilers." Like, yeah, no shit.
All the dog professionals and experts will come out and. Oh my God!
Yeah, but you know what?
You have to get Ryan in there and say it's a toy.
But I'll tell you what. Like this here, like you seeing Junkyard, and obviously already seen Timber. You're just like, I can't wait to see what other animals they do.
Come on, order. Give me that German Shepherd.
Law and order, mate.
Give me that German Shepherd order. Oh man!
And I'm hoping the German Shepherd comes out about the same size as the wolf,
or
maybe a little
smaller.
Not much.
No, because the German Shepherds are huge too.
Yeah,
but
I almost got bit by one the other day.
But he should be thinner than Timber.
Yeah.
Like Timber is really big. Like when you look at it compared to Junkyard, you're like, he's big.
Oh, he's the size of a wolf.
I have no problem with it. What?
Yeah. Michigan. This is Michigan's game. It's over.
Oh, it's 13-34.
Yeah, it's done.
With less than 2 minutes left.
We need law and order.
And Penis Jr. is just beat to shit.
Yes, Baldy classified has got doggy style down.
Now the question was whether or not Raptor is going to have a decent
Falcon.
I would assume it's going to be like
it'd be smaller than Freedom.
Freedom. Yeah,
smaller than Freedom.
He's deluxe though, so I can't imagine what else they would have unless they're doing hoods. for him as
I
he's
reckon
like
you get a
training
couple of
hoods.
Falcons with him. That's what I reckon.
That would make sense.
There would be a couple of them. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Pop Blender. I know they're going to try and rip the national championship for cheating, but I watched it happen. We all watched it happen. Hell, we now have video proof, even if they remove it, that I watched it. So I don't give a shit.
He won.
I think Tony feels the same way. If the Cowboys won the Super Bowl and then it comes out that they were cheating, Tony be like, I don't give a shit. And again, I don't think you're trying to say that either, because I think you're on. I don't care. Michigan, you cheated. Good job. Everyone else has been cheating for years. Way to catch up with the time.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
And if you can hide it,
Where's
go
the
for
reply?
Listen, they brought Ric Flair in when Harbaugh was hired, right? He is the biggest cheater in the game, right? So let's be honest, right? Oh, look at this. DJ was saying it as I was saying it.
Yeah.
DJ.
What's up, DJ?
I don't know if he posted that like right after, or if he had posted, but I wasn't reading that if it was in there before I said it. All right. Now this bothers me. I hate seeing people cry when a team wins. All right. Now, if it's the players, like when Steve Eisman won the Stanley Cup after, okay,
leave her alone.
All right, or it's a girl. I also don't think men should wear other.
It's a girl.
We're gonna see lots of men. Listen, when it comes to people crying, it all goes back to when Miss Elizabeth came out to help Randy Savage because Sherry turned on him, and there's this girl, and I will never forget my dad laughing his ass off. This girl's in tears because Macho Man like picks her up, and my dad's like, "Look at that girl cry." and like every time you watch that video, like when she comes out and does it, you see that girl. It's like it's there. I just remember my dad making fun of her. Wonder where I get this shit from, right?
Good dick.
Hey, I just saw Baldy's comment here, and I want to ask you guys something. He's like, the only Stanley Cup that matters is at Target. Can you guys tell me what
no
is
idea.
the big deal with
I
this
have no
friggin'
idea
cup?
what that is.
What is going on with that?
I mean, you know what Stanley is, right?
Yeah, I know what the Stanley Cup is, of course. Yeah,
I don't know. Well, no, not the Stanley Cup. Like they make like thermoses and stuff too.
Thermoses.
Yes. Yeah. So there's this Stanley thermos like coffee mug, Stanley Cup, that I guess people went nuts over. I had no idea until I started seeing it, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What the hell this is?
It's got to be a TikTok thing, surely.
It's got to be somebody pushing it, probably from that company to sell more damn cups.
Yeah, crazy.
Pop Blender, listen, I am not putting down the way Miss Elizabeth looked. Okay, I did not blame George the Animal Steel and his green tongue going after her.
I'm with down south.
She hot.
7-7 for Stanley, like the power tool. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking when I see.
I believe the company is part of.
Yeah, I think it is probably too.
Because if you look at it, you'll see it. Like, but I don't know what the big hoopla is.
I don't see any difference between that and any of these kind of things. I mean, it's a damn thermos.
Well,
it's just seems like it's just hype.
Yeah, it's I don't.
Google Stanley Cup car fire, and you'll see what it's about. Okay, then.
Thanks, Bolly. I'll do that after the show.
Well, so does my cup. And my cup's I don't know what it is. It's over back in the bedroom. My cup keeps stuff cold for 24 hours, if not more, in some cases.
Oh, I have like so years ago we got these metal thermoses from work, but they went to the wrong company, so it had the wrong logo, so no one used them. I grabbed like 5 of them. I lost one along the way. I still have 4 of them. I don't care. It's not like I'm walking around promoting my company. They sit in my car, and I just leave them in there. I leave them in there overnight. I'll fill the water bottle out of my cooler and fill it up, and it stays cool all day. And it's just this big metal thermos. So I'm watching Michigan. I haven't seen this since 1998.
Travis is at home dousing himself with champagne.
Oh, yeah. He's going to light himself on fire when he finds out I didn't have him on first.
Well.
See what happens when you beg? You beg to go on someone's show.
Aaron, Adam, he's not lying. He's not lying.
No, he's not. I know he's not.
Yes.
You fucking had it, Tony.
When was a small, we need a thermal. Like I said, I went over a year not having anyone on the show. And I remember Allison going, you know what? Hey, just have someone on for like 15, 20 minutes and then kick them fuck off your show. Like, keep it fresh. And I'm just like, all right, as long as I can continue to do it. But I think, Aaron, I think you're right. The game was on. I'm trying to kind of go slow. Hell, I made it 26 minutes through the intro before.
Well, and the other thing is that maybe we can expand Lawrence's lines a little from the 5 or 6 major brands. And maybe we'll find some more stuff to look at because there's some badass shit out there.
No, wait a minute. No. I hit a lot when there's news out there.
You see, I am now Marauder Tony now.
Well, you know me. You just lame ass YouTuber trying to be funny. I'm sorry, wannabe YouTuber. I made one of the Marauders upset with me.
Ruben, where you at?
Yeah, Ruben.
But yeah, just trying to read through some of these. No, Aaron, I go through. I mean, I do. If I see something that I like, whether I collect it or not, I'll talk about it. But
I know. I'm just saying. There's always news. It's just a matter of how far you want to dig.
Well, again, I don't want to get too far out of my realm, because I don't want to be covering everything. But when I see something,
you did a pretty good job.
Especially like, let's say something, some sort of like animal creatures, I will talk about it. Yeah. Especially because I know Ed is into that type of stuff. I know Eric buys that type of stuff.
Ed strangely vanished. I'm thinking Ed is maybe on.
He told me that he would be over there.
He's celebrating his January birthday.
So she left a link. If I used the link right now, would we all show up like this?
I don't think so. It would not be an inception, that's for sure. There would be no inception of inception. No.
And I want to say, Ted, yeah, so let's just say this has been the biggest shit show of my show yet, and I've done some really big ones. There was like 70 people that were, I think, just sitting there waiting for me to, like, what is he going to do?
I think Wade was taking me seriously. He thinks I'm with Marauder Gunrunners. I'm just bullshitting, Wade.
Hey, Tony, how come you guys don't make more 112 scale and not some in 118?
Or he could be making a joke and I'm taking it seriously. I don't know.
Hey, Tony, maybe you can tell me when I'm going to get my Vietnam Kickstarter that I backed like 2 years ago. Can you fill it in, please, mate?
Everybody's getting the Vietnam Joes now. Come on, bring it.
I'm getting to the point where I just know that everything that I buy is going to be 2 years out.
Pretty much.
Because I'm waiting on. I was waiting on the Dragonfly for next year, so then I'll be waiting on the Roboskull sometime in the next 12 to 14 months. And the 6-inch figures that I ordered for that. So who knows when I'll get those.
What about monster support?
Hurry, but then I've got all of my Cosmic Legions that I pre-ordered directly from the Horseman. So how many those will be coming out sporadically over the next 2 years, but it'll probably be 2 more lines. 2 more of those this year. So stuff's just going to randomly
What
show
do they
up at
call
my
it?
house, and I'll forget
What
that
do
I
they
bought
call
it. It'll be a year down the road, and I'll forget that I bought it, and I'll be like, oh.
So how many
Okay.
Kickstarters do you have right now?
Me?
Yeah.
3.
All right.
I have Savage Crucible. I have Armies of Ashmore, and then Roboskull.
Okay. Well, so you don't.
But I do have a bunch of stuff ordered through 4 Horsemen. I have Cosmic
I
Slave
guess,
3 and 4.
I mean, I shouldn't. I mean, again, I shouldn't count. You kind of gotta, because you're paying for it up front. You kind of gotta
Yeah,
count.
so it's got to be kind of counted. Yeah.
Yeah, but like with Hasbro, I'm not worried that I'm not going to get it. I'm not,
Okay.
and I'm not even saying that I'm not worried. I'm not even saying that I'm worried about like the Robo Skull.
No.
But it has been a long time. That thing
Yeah.
ended before the Sky Striker, I believe, started.
It's crazy.
You know? And so you're kind of sitting here going, all right, and they haven't even started. They haven't even started tool or making it yet.
Yeah, they haven't even finished tooling on it.
So it's kind of like, all right, you know what? This is it's a lot of stuff. This is why I like what Steve is doing with Delta 17. No Kickstarter.
Did it all up front, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I
Even if you have the capital, that's great. But I mean, a lot of those,
and I'm not
some
trying
of
to
those guys are idea guys, and they don't have the capital to start it. So I mean, I can understand it, but sometimes, even at that, sometimes you can be a little too ambitious for your own good.
Yep.
Still waiting on Roboskull about over. And again, I think we all knew that it was going to take time. I will say this: I'm more patient with Roboskull and Skeletron in general because they are releasing stuff.
Yep.
But it's also such a big project that they were doing that.
Well, that's what I meant when I said they they might have overshot their reach on that first one.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to Operation Longbow, that one, I swear, there's always a delay, and I'm like,
Call sign Longbow.
Call sign Longbow and Operation Recall.
Right. So with Call sign Longbow, which I really like the way those
I say it backwards on purpose.
It's so confusing, to be honest. Like, you know, it's
Call sign Recall
stuff, pushing it back, and you're kind of like, all right, you know what? I don't want to.
How many figures were in that Kickstarter?
I only got 4.
Marauder Studios.
Do you remember how many were in it, though?
I want to say 16.
Gridiron Gunrunners.
16?
I thought there was 16 altogether.
Damn, that's a lot.
I know. And so I backed 4. I backed 4 of the Operation Recall. My biggest issue with Operation Recall is they didn't even have like a digital render of what the figure would eventually look like.
It was all
and that bothered me because
that was the same thing with Savage Crucibles. They didn't really show the figures in the Kickstarter.
But I at least got it.
But there's images out there of them.
Well,
but the thing is that I
did see the Savage Crucibles at PowerCon, so I was lucky enough to actually to see them.
But that was after the Kickstarter had ended, though. So there was no fig. All you had was those. Wasn't even a 3D image. It was a standard 2D image.
I'm gonna do the show like this.
Okay, yeah, just show it off. There you go. Very nice.
I need to get that, Tony. I still need to get it.
It's freaking huge, dude.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So Scoop and Poop, which I think is funny because I swear this guy is on Nick Nimmons all the time talking about stuff, but it's not him.
It should be my handle. That's what I do for a living.
Well, the one that listens to Nick Nimmin, that's what they do. They have a dog service to clean stuff up. But obviously, he's asking a real question. He's asking about the Airwolf Kickstarter. I watched that whole drama between little Mikey Frenchie and that guy, which was just
little Mikey Frenchie.
Mikey Frenchie.
Actually, he's not little. I think he's actually tall. I know, funny me calling someone little, but anyway.
Sometimes it's not always about height.
Buck pedal black.
Actually, I think he's really tall, to be honest, but I just know he gets really upset when he goes up against Scott Guru, who doesn't.
I think he also gets upset when he gets called Frenchie.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to get into it.
Move on.
I'm not even going to get into that. I had some stuff that was told. If you want to know some shit, go look up electric football fan. I think he's electric football fan.
Electric football hero, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a whole thing that you'll be like, good fucking Lord, you guys are drama. And you just be
Yeah,
like,
well,
oh.
his is coming home to, yeah.
What did Odin 01 says? Walking into the hotel at Joe Fish, and Michael French being the first person I saw immediately was kind of hilarious. Was he already on his knees?
Oh,
Hey, I didn't say that, Mikey. Tony said it. Marauder
Yes.
Tony said it. Marauder Tony.
Marauder Tony.
You fucking...
Oh, I'm
Your
sorry.
alter ego's coming out, man.
There's gonna be a
I'm
whole
sorry.
Patreon. There's gonna be a whole
I'm
Patreon
sorry.
video about the Marauder.
I'm sorry. That was Laser Guy. Oh,
Oh man.
shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Tony's inflating the other half of Toy Tube.
Hey, come with it.
Oh man, they got Harbaugh good with the Gatorade.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chat
they
pop
did
it off,
good.
man.
They got like, oh look, his brother did make it there.
His brother set it up.
Did you?
No.
Did you see his brother just said, "Yeah, but you haven't won a Super Bowl yet."
Sick burn.
Yep, Ken. I was looking for you.
Only you.
I was looking for Moody, and he wasn't anywhere to be found. So I had to invite other
Ryan
people.
ass.
You got
Come on,
your one
Travis.
shot.
Mentirosa.
You had your one shot, Moody. Sorry.
I'm gonna call him.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna put him on. I'm gonna put him on
He's gonna put him on
FaceTime and be like, look, what
Yes,
a-
no.
We'll just put you on mute.
I'll be
Oh,
like,
see, this is why I don't have people on. It becomes a total shit show. Oh, wait a minute. It was
Oh
a
my
shit
God, Travis is all over here with his butthurt feelings.
it's a travesty. Another one.
show.
Oh,
But
shit.
you've been on my show before, so. Where's the other Travis? I should have invited that other Travis that showed up. I don't know who you
Is it
are, but you said you're not like the other Travises, so what?
The travesty.
Yes.
Just need to have a show of just people named Travis. There you go.
Well,
Ken's
their
giving you
name
the
is
title, Travesties.
The Travesties. So Moody and Mr. Wonderful, they're two wrestling fans, right?
Yeah.
Oh
They're the
gosh.
Travesties. Very sensitive. Look, and
God bless.
Travis
he is.
Fitzgerald calling. Look at that.
Oh, of course he
I
is.
just gave his last name out. Sorry. I'll try not to give out your information.
Well,
like,
technically,
address and
if you've ever seen it on Instagram, it's on there anyway. So it's not like
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
that's
doxing him.
Yeah, I'll try not to give out anyone's address, including my own, like Oz. I get a message from
Yeah.
Oz. Hey, could you put that the stream to private? I kind of doxed myself. What? Yeah, I didn't realize I was sharing this. I'm like, you're an idiot. And he's like, yeah, I know. Oh, look at Ken coming in. Moody. Aren't all Travis's moody people? Man,
Tony, you're on
everyone-
mute, dude. No one can hear you.
Unmute.
Mother lover. I had the mic has its own mute, and I thought that's what I did.
Sure. Blame it on the mic.
You can just blur that part.
Ugh.
Look, here he is. Look at it. Look, Travis. I'm still here, not like the others. I love it.
I don't know.
Travis,
We'll
look,
see.
Travis B here is already like separating himself from the other Travises in the toy community.
No, Travis.
nothing like that
Travis
guy.
B74 is still a travesty. You're part of the travesties now.
This is how the Krypton blood started, guys.
Threesome travesty.
We're gonna have all Travises on the other side. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
The Travises will team together.
A
stop the
plethora
unstoppable
of Travises.
I just thought that was so funny when Brian and I were on. Who was the one that called him the trap? Was it you, Tony? That
it was me or Ken. I think it was Ken though.
I don't think it was Ken. I think
No?
it was you actually that said the trap.
Oh, when you and Ryan were on, I did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Randy Travis.
I'm like, we're the grumpies. And the saddest thing is if Ryan and I did a show together and called the Grumpies, I would be the least grumpy of the two. I'd be like the sunshine of the fucking duel. All right.
He did it when I had Bobby Behar. That's right. When he had our Bobby on.
I've never talked to Bobby. You know that? Like I've never been on a stream with him or anything like that.
No.
But look at
Harbaugh's
Ken.
dad.
Look at Ken. He's patting himself on the fucking back and shit. It was me, man. It was me. I did all those.
We were on the chat with him.
I did all those Delta 17 file cards. I was the one that named the travesties. Ken
I painted them all, even their eyeballs.
Ken hates when I go highbrow on him. All right. So Michigan won the national championship. I'm done for the rest of the year, especially when they suck next year, because they're going to suck probably next year. I'm going to have Harbaugh right now is announcing what football team, what NFL team he's going to go coach for. It's going to be one of the questions right away. Well,
I'm sure.
Well, Tony may. The guys that don't watch sports ball don't give a shit. Oh, Ken. Hey, actually, didn't you say your dad went to Washington? So you must have been rooting for Washington, I would have assumed, right?
Yeah, he was.
No, that's too bad. He has no more Delta 17 figures to sell me, so now I don't care if I have some. No, he did. I watched Bret Hart tap out to Shawn Michaels. I mean, he was crying like a little bitch in his own country. I mean, I can't believe that. I mean, I can't believe someone can lose in their own country.
I don't know.
I do not appreciate Bret Hart slander, Lawrence. So I'm just going to bite my lip.
What?
On behalf of Ken.
Don't tell me you're a Bret Hart fan.
Oh, yeah, man. Bret Hart's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Best there is, ever was, ever will be.
You mean the boringest there was, there ever will be?
Boom. That
one. Way more technical than old sweet chin music.
Okay, so all right, so I just saw this from Ken. Went to UW in the 60s. I was honestly about to say, how the fuck old is your dad? But then I started thinking, oh, I'm almost fucking 50.
Yeah, no, we can't really say that no more. We're now not young. I'll be 50 in June, so it's not like
to sit here and think that I'm 48, and so I just saw the meme again where Steve Martin is 73, and they're like, I thought he was 73 and 89. Like that guy has not aged since.
No, he has not.
He looks the exact same. Yeah. Yet he looked old a long time ago. Now you look at him, you're like, oh, you look pretty good. Just the problem was you didn't look good back then. I used to say that about Ric Flair.
Ouch.
I'm like, here's the problem with Ric Flair. Ric Flair looks really good right now. And not now, but like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. He looks really good.
Flair is starting to look like he was rode hard and put up wet. I'm sorry.
Well, but
and he'll admit that. He'll be like, yes.
But when he was like 60, I'm like, he looks really good for 60. The problem is when he was 30, he looked the exact same. So, yeah. Let's see here. So, what year did you all start collecting?
Oh shit!
Man, that is
what?
Are we talking the first time, the second time, or the third time?
Yeah,
collecting.
Definitely loaded questions, B-boy. So I would say for me, obviously, I don't consider collecting as a kid. You were playing. I always if you were collecting, but I was playing with my toys.
I was playing with them, but I was collecting them to play.
I was doing both.
Yeah. But I wasn't looking to keep them like, hey, when I'm 48 years old, I'll have a fucking YouTube channel. Not that anyone.
And you did. I didn't.
This is also
I played
true.
with them and sold them and got into video games, but I was collecting comic books for a long time.
Yeah, and I've talked to a lot of people about that. I think comic books is that kind of like no one looked at you as you were immature if you collected comic books, and you could hide them a lot easier. But if people saw toys, they're like, "Oh, you're immature." Again, I was riding a skateboard, so it didn't really matter.
I'll still rock your world, babe.
But I know 95 when the Power of the Force came out, I really got big into it. I really got big into the Power of the Force.
Really, all the buff steroided ones?
Yeah, well, because it was something they hadn't made actual Star Wars figures
forever.
Years.
They made all those Bendums, right? All those stupid Bendums.
God.
But I also had collected like the early Spawn figures. I still have my original Spawn. I have the Meathead Spawn. Those are the only original ones that I have.
I have the Violator from that. I have Overkill.
How's that Arsenal Spawn?
I probably still have the scars. Probably still have the scars from opening up that awful packaging that he put them in too.
Yeah,
that stuff would just tear up your hands, and you couldn't even use scissors to actually cut it out properly.
No, not effectively anyway.
Violator.
And Warchest says I got back into collecting Spawn I got back into collecting when Spawn started and Mars Attacks. Okay,
so that would have been 90s, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely came back to toys when the Power of the Force stuff popped out as well.
Yeah,
so
that's when I started the second time.
I was just doing comic books when you guys were doing the Power of the Force. Comic books.
I was doing both.
Well, Power of the Force to me was a way to get all of those vehicles that I couldn't get as a kid. So,
well, when did Legends start? 06?
Which version?
Toy Biz, the original.
I thought that was right after 2000.
I think it was 06 they started, but I'm not sure. Somebody Wikipedia that shit.
But no, I collected until 99, so until episode 1. Then I stopped Star Wars, but I was collecting Exo Squad and like Skeleton Warriors and a bunch of stuff during that time, just because there was a bunch of cool stuff out in the early 90s, early to mid late.
Early 90s, I was done. Yeah, I was.
So we all
graduated in 93.
So Allison, if you're here,
nice.
Those 3-0 figures are so good.
Those are crazy.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to go on clearance like the other ones. They're so good. The
only problem with this one, though, when I bought it, it came with busted hands.
Wow.
So Lenny,
is that the 3-0?
Lenny, my partner in crime, aka Frostbites, he fixed it for me. So it's working now.
So if Allison is in the chat, she had the idea that we all, during 1 month, all review one Power of the Force figure. But we have to figure out what.
I think I still have a couple somewhere.
Well, I was already at Sergeant Red's, and he's like, "Oh, I got him here." I'm like, "I'm not paying $10 for this." And he's like, "Dude, I sell them all the time." I'm like, "Don't lie to me, John. Like, you don't sell these."
Mr. Wonderful, you're right. Toy Biz 2002, Marvel Legends started. They were a spin-off of
within arm's reach.
Spider-Man Classics. Yeah.
So if Allison is here, it's her idea. We have to figure out 1 month. And what month is
May the 4th be with you.
May. Yeah.
Oh, May. I guess May works. So, I mean, she's already pointed out. She's already said she's going to do Monkey Leia. Sorry. I'm
not going to say it.
Poor Princess Leia looks so bad.
Which figure?
Princess
the
Leia
Force
looks
Leia?
like a monkey. Yes.
Yeah, the first one.
So we all. Like I said, I need to do. I just got to pick out one. But again,
I'll have to
think,
see what I got in my bin left because there's most of my Star Wars is sold. I kept a few things, but not much.
Yeah, same with me, Aaron.
But I was looking at Chewbacca the other day at Sergeant Reds, and I'm like, yeah, he's pretty damn buff.
Lando was buff.
All right, so down south is calling. Here, let me write this down. I don't see Allison in here doing any of the work for her idea.
B-Boy Limited. What do you guys think about the people who collect and keep them in the boxes?
I don't understand it, but
I've never been an inbox.
If you're collecting to invest, you're in the wrong time.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
You're gonna find some stuff
not
that
an investment property. It is not going to be because we're the last generation of those people. Kids today do not buy toys. I will tell you for the most part, which means they have no nostalgic connection to those like we do. We were the last programmed generation.
Look at my dad's old toys.
Maybe up to maybe some of the millennials, but I think more than likely it's more we stop with Gen X and maybe just lightly touching millennials.
Yeah, I think only Dex, right? Only Dex.
Hey, don't talk about Dex.
There you go.
Dex is the only
Tony, I
little
will
kid
stop
collector
this right now.
Who's Dex?
KJ got really mad.
I don't understand the whole collecting, and then you got the ones that are trying to do all buy the HasLabs to flip them now too, and I'm like, dude,
Cook Island son.
The game's out.
That's his name? I didn't know that.
Cook Island. He's a cook.
I do very little on TikTok. Very little. But I can't
do that. Yeah,
Bobby's all over TikTok with the toy kind of move.
Yep. See, there's Travis or Bobby. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, that's Travis.
That's Travis.
It's Go Blue. See, Travis is now.
Hey, Travis, look, we're all on Monday night.
Where you at, Travis? Oh,
you missed it, man. I was going to invite you on, and you were nowhere to be found. So,
Moody, we're going to invite you for the Monday night punk.
Well, what's Roman doing right now?
Roman's showing you his ass.
I know.
He was something out on that shelf. He was looking at that shelf. That tail was wagging.
Sexy for Adam. He's like, check this out, Adam. I loved it when you opened the show and Roman was facing this way and he was looking at us. And dude, when you made him bark, what were you saying? Outside or something? And he was outside. That was dope. I love that. I'm gonna rewind it. Uh-oh.
There he is.
That'd be crazy if I make the dog noise in the mic and he can hear me and he starts barking. Uh-oh. Gotta answer that, punk.
Yeah.
Well, normally but I came to a point that I just couldn't do it alone today. So the shit show was just
Hey, Moody. Wu-Tang, bitch. No, I was kidding.
I'm not gonna say it got really bad because I'm like, I don't know what to fucking talk about right now. And then I'm sending the links out to you guys, and I'm like, no one like
a BBTS, BBTS, Amazon.
We all ordered about the same 12 places. The difference is that which ones we cancel first. That's pretty much the extent of
Look at Travis. He loves Woo, loves Michigan. He hates Romo. God dang. I can't get no respect.
Ooh. Oh, man. Poor Tony. We need to get Tony into the cry closet. Hang on.
Yeah, they'll be laughing. There'll be tears of joy.
So listen, earlier, guys, if you're new here or not, I mentioned earlier Payne right here. Go over and like his channel. Subscribe to his channel. Actually, do it for Shark too. I'd say do it for Marauder Tony, but he won't make a channel for some god awful reason.
I will.
I'm working on him. He's gonna do. He's gonna.
Oh,
he's gonna get it.
I've been hounding him for a year now.
I will. I got an intro and outro from KJ, so I'm working on it.
There you go.
Nice.
Now you just need to do.
It's pretty dope. It's cool.
You need to do customs live and do that kind of stuff.
And
It's all about
live on
time,
the
isn't it,
Collector
Cody? It's
Express
all about
account.
time.
Oh shit. Okay, so we're gonna get 12-inch Thundercats from Mondo.
12-inch.
Yeah, 1/6 scale. Ooh.
Those big boys.
Man,
That'd be all right though.
they might be almost as big as the Cat Slayer.
Jeez, yeah, those big.
Okay, so I don't know how anyone has the room to display Mondo
1/6?
or Hot Toys.
Yeah, I don't get the 1/6. That's 112 is about as big as I really want to go, but there might be a few 1/6 that I would get specifically.
Like I said, I would get the G.I. Joes. I mean, I have those two right there. But there's no way that I mean, Mondo is just gigantic.
Yeah,
those
they're
things are big and fucking
Lawrence.
really.
Largo, no pain, no
you
gain.
say that, but like myself, you do have a 7-foot aircraft carrier taking up a lot of room
Exactly.
in my room.
Excuse me, 7.5.
Oh, sorry,
7.5.
7.5.
That half-inch is important.
But that is down. But that is downstairs in the G.I. Joe room.
That could be a Mondo room.
Radnom.
Is he gonna? He's gonna end up with an entire house, and then there's gonna be stuff on the kitchen table. Kids will have to eat around the Mondos that are sitting on the table.
That's where my Castle Grayskull is right now.
Oh God.
My God.
Well, it's a long.
He has a
story.
problem. I think.
No.
See.
Eric, sex room.
Yeah, it is. I'm not going to tell that story again. All right, you can go back to whatever live stream that was, and hear all about the G.I. Joe room that was once a sex room. Well before we lived here. Well before we lived here. All right.
Sex room is right next to the cry closet. Is that what you're saying?
We didn't call it flogging. We called it flagging.
Flogging? Racist.
Racist.
Hey, I gotta cut out because I'm actually going to meet up with Ronnie Trickshot for the first time. He's just come from interstate.
Oh, cool.
So I've got to meet him in 15 minutes.
You've never
so
met him before?
What's that?
You've never met him before?
No, man. He lives in the state. So he's down here for business. So he's meeting me at the local toy store. So I'll
Awesome.
have to depart. But thank you for having me on in the inaugural guests on Monday night.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you were actually you were technically the first one. Matthew would have been the first one, except for he just sat there.
He was busy.
Wait, no. He can't even say that because he used his link just to get on. He didn't use the link. He actually added himself when he must have saw that I sent the link out. So he just went out and got on it.
All right, boys. I'll leave you to it.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for jumping on.
All right, Adam.
Easy.
Good wave, Becca.
Enjoy. I just got to get one go on that note.
I love that Aussie talk, that slang Aussie talk. I love it.
Hopefully next week we'll be back to, the solo layout. But I'll tell you what, this year it now popped my cherry. For Mondays, I can pull up and have a guest. Again, I don't want to have a guest all the time. That's I think too many people are doing shows like that. And since I can somehow carry a show and go usually 3 hours.
Yeah.
I told you guys there was gonna be a shit show.
Told you.
But there's no news there's not a lot of news right now.
No, January is usually a dry month because they're they know everybody's wallets.
Oh, you did those Haya toys last time, right? Yeah.
Well, again, and I'm trying not to hit like old stuff that we've already discussed and everything. And here's Ryan Sweeney. You know that it's a special occasion if you stayed up this late.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
Here comes all the Michigan boys. Congrats!
Well, we got to celebrate it till they, till they take the championship away. We gotta go buy shirts. We gotta go buy shirts really quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Go out and buy it tomorrow because they'll be out there.
The only thing about it is, and this is, people are saying how that they're probably the NC2A was probably going to take away the national championship. The thing is, the playoff is separate. Like they're not controlled by the NC2A. So even if they like took all those wins from Michigan for their cheating scandal, I don't think they can do anything unless if this playoff committee says, "Oh yeah, we're going to take it away." Hi, buddy. You can jump up there.
Buddy. Lawrence does have a channel.
Oh my God, buddy. I was talking to Roman because he jumped up on the bed. And then I look down and I see my buddy's customs in here. Holy crap, it's true, Lawrence. I cannot believe I said buddy at the same time that he popped up. Wow.
See, but Clinton, he'd have to actually drink. So yeah, it probably would be a wine storage room, but it would not be full of wine.
Well, I have a wine rack.
It would be toys.
Buddy has all the gummies and he has all the cookies.
So if you look, I'm sure it's in the video. So the G.I. Joe room, if you look where the
Joe room.
Well, yeah. Well, if you look on the outside where when I show off the dreadnoughts and those fake night ravens, if you look on the wall, you'll see a brick wine rack. This guy built, again, well before I lived there, built this wine rack. I used to just keep my waters down there because it kept them cool.
I think I missed it earlier.
Yeah, we did talk about it. I'm excited to see it because you know what? It's a different helicopter.
Yeah,
that we never
something
had.
New. Something we haven't had.
It's the October Guards helicopter.
Yeah.
And again, now I just need a little Wolverine figure. So he can shoot a rocket-propelled grenade at the guy in the gunner rather than at the propeller blade and shoot it down, and then try and take it down with an AK-47.
Steve Thomas Howell. Steve Thomas Howell was
you'll need to go.
Steve Thomas Howell was trying to go out and blaze the glory.
John Rambo from Haya, the 3 3/4 inch John Rambo.
He was firing that AK from the hip too. Steve Thomas Howell. Pony Boy was trying to take it out.
But dude, I'm excited. Like I really am, and I know Steve said he's going to try and keep it at a nice price point. So I don't think he's gonna. If he's able to, he's not going to keep it. He's not going to make it too expensive. And like I said, I want to have him and Ken on after their stuff goes live, because then you can. I think we all know this. If you do stuff when things aren't live, then unfortunately, people forget about it. But if you're live, just like when I was on with Ted,
and then you can tell them to go right out and get the figures, or there's that nice synchroning that needs to happen. Sorry, I had to pull this off the thing for it.
There's some video on YouTube.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so I don't really know when, but he did some video to talk about it. I don't know.
You'd ask the soccer.
I don't think it's that hard to just put the vehicle up and say, "Hey, is that for pre-order?" Click this button, order it, and then when it's done, we'll ship it to you. Like, I don't know why. So I don't know what the video was about, but he made a video, and I don't know why. Like I thought, hey, pre-orders are pretty easy. Here it is.
You made a video and you don't know why. Okay, we'll go with that.
Well, yes. So Clint, yes. Where Will actually said a punk with sex swing, yes, as Clint, who obviously was listening, Swing was in the room with the wine. No, actually, it was in the other room. It was actually in the other room. But we didn't know there was a swing till my ex's dad was doing some work
Kenzo.
up in the ceiling and was like, "Oh, hey, look, I found the swing." And, my ex was looking at her dad like, "Oh, crap. I know what that is."
Oh, my God.
Hey, Kenzo, how you doing? Yeah, I have no way to contact Lenny right now. And I guarantee you Lenny is sleeping right now.
Yeah. Hasbro won't let him.
Listen, I'm not friends with Lenny. I'm friendly with Lenny. Like, I know him, but unfortunately, because some asshole with an island was able to nuke my Instagram channel, I have no way to really get a hold of him. So I gotta talk to somebody that knows him.
Talk to Travis.
Yeah, but he probably has Travis's email blocked. Like, stop leaving me alone.
Everybody block them. Who don't block them?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just kidding, Travis. I didn't block you.
Love you, Travis, motherfucker.
I love you, Travis.
Y'all just keep saying, "Just kidding." Yeah, okay.
Did it kick me off Wednesday's show?
You can't keep your wine and sex swing in the same room. We're not animals.
Why not?
Well,
swing and swig.
exactly.
I did date a girl that once said, "Get a little wine in me and I'll do about anything." And she was right.
Punk was double fisting the bottles.
I went over her house one night and she was like, "Oh man, I've been drinking so much wine."
Oh,
And the night went on.
It was getting good.
You said, "Do it," and I went, "Oh, okay. That's what you want to happen tonight."
Right
so
now.
you guys can use your imagination for the rest of it. So, Aaron, what do you have going on this week?
I will be on Toy Domination on Thursday. I'm talking about Classified, and then Friday night I got my show. It's another creative week. So me and Eldor, Masterversal Toy Hunter, I'm going to be working on my new Dio, and he's going to be working on a sculpture.
Very cool.
And then Saturday we'll do the normal hangout, and hopefully that's it for this week.
When you
It's
on
a busy
Toy
week.
Domination?
We're doing like a little panel on Classified. So
No, what day?
Thursday.
Oh,
Thursday night,
I'll
8
be
o'clock
busy.
Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Oh yeah, I'll be busy.
You'll be busy.
Thursday is a bad. I didn't realize how busy Thursday night is.
Yeah, it's a busy night.
Yeah, I didn't really realize that it was that jam packed. Probably should have just went on Wednesday because no one really does anything Wednesday nights.
Ouch.
Oh no, you're part of my crew. Remember?
That's right. That other crew.
And Tony, you don't have anything yet, right? You're just doing your Instagram.
Just doing Instagram, and I will be on a Toy Kind of Mood Wednesday though with the anticipated Joe Classify for 2024. I guess Artist Shark's going to be on there with us.
Oh, interesting.
The Artist Shark.
I'm assuming Bees Battleground will not then.
I think they're coming on together, holding hands. Kumbaya. We'll bring that up. Watch. We'll bring it up. You know me.
I gotta read this. Baby. Eternity Ellipse. I'm proud Michigan won. NC2A tried so hard to screw with Jim and the team, and they still went undefeated and won the title. And giving them the middle finger for rubbing the faces. I'm proud. Listen, I'm gonna say a lot. Listen, I'm happy they won, but they cheated the fuck they could, man. They've been cheating for years, and they just finally got caught. It's a mess what happened, but I don't care. Everyone cheats. You know,
cheat equals the W.
exactly. You know, and I
There's
said
always variants of cheating. That they all do it. Not everybody gets caught.
that's exactly it. And if Jim Harbaugh didn't pretty much give them the middle finger, the NC2A earlier, I don't think they'd go as hard as they are.
Wasn't the big deal about him stealing signals?
Well, earlier in the year, they went after him when he was recruiting, and he said it was just a cheeseburger that I paid for. And then they're like, no, it's not. But because he kept giving the middle finger, they kept going harder. And then this came out. So it was kind of like, all right, you've already given him the middle finger, and you've done it before.
Let's be honest. If college football has changed and the dynamics changed with the NIL licenses, you're going to see these kids. It's not going to matter.
Nope.
They might as well just start paying them like the athletes they should have been paid for the last.
Well, but here's the whole thing. The NC2A, I know this is where we're going to lose people, but the NC2A waited too long trying to keep all the money in their own pockets. Yep. And now it's out of control. Yep. Now it's out of control. These players can leave and hit the transfer portal. And when they don't get what they want they don't get the playing time they want, they just go to the next school.
Yep. It'll dilute the pools down to wherever the biggest money can be dumped into it. So
yeah. And if the NC2A long ago would have said, hey, you know what, let's start paying these guys, came up with a nice fair wage that would have been good for an 18, 19, 20-year-old, you wouldn't have this where, I mean, there was a college coach that said, yeah, it's going to cost about $2.5 million to get a good starting quarterback. Like that's not what NIL, that's not how the NIL is supposed to work. It's supposed to be like you get there and then you get, hey, this dealership, they want you to promote their brand, they want you to do commercials for them, right? But that's not how it works. Now it's like we'll give you this much, this much money. So
they fumbled this from start to finish, and it's just it's gonna get worse before it's gonna get better. And they'll try to rein it in after it's out of the corral. So good luck on that one.
No, I disagree. It's okay for Uncle Nick Saban to run his schedule easy and do other shady shit, but it's not okay for others. Talk about favoritism. Oh, I'm with you. I am with you. Here's the thing about Michigan, and I am a Michigan fan. They are some of the most arrogant people in the world. And this here is going to piss people off so bad. But what's funny is I've been listening to a lot of guys on the radio, and a lot of them are Michigan State fans. And they're just like, everyone hates you. Like everyone, and it's like, every time they say it, they're like, everyone other than the Michigan fan hates you. I'm like, sounds like the Cowboy fans. Sounds like the Yankee fans. Like that's exactly what it sounds like. But yeah. So the toy kind of mood. Shark Eyes versus the artist Shark. It's Shark Week in the Joe community. I thought you were having Bees Battleground on along with Shark News.
And now they just need to get like one of those old Discovery Channel commercials. It's Shark Week. Toy kind of mood.
It's Shark Week. That'd be awesome.
Just reading all this. Doing 2K5, that's crazy. Am I missing something? What is 2K5?
I'm talking to B-Boy Unlimited. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't read your shit.
He was asking about who plays games on Xbox One, and I'm like, I rock 2K5 on the OG Xbox.
All right. GI Shark and Bobby Beha, that's Joe Fest in an octagon. I don't think so.
Oh, that'd be that'd be over in half a second.
That would not be
maybe if it's like a 4-on-1.
maybe if Shark was armed. Maybe.
Bobby is a big boy.
I could put Punk on my shoulders and still wouldn't be as tall as Bobby.
He's not just only big as in bulky. He's tall too. which I don't
And
think
I'm
most people
5'11".
See now, now Baldy's starting
All
shit
these young
here.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just recap. Oh shit!
Oh, I actually didn't mean to highlight. I meant to highlight this. And I can't mention this name. I got to keep that name out my mouth.
3 stacks to the max.
But I can say Verse Ninja. So I can say Verse Ninja, but I can't say the other one.
Get 3 stacks to the max. Get your rank up. Get your bank up. Supernova shine. Supernova glance. Supernova.
Have you been practicing that?
Supernova these nuts. Yeah. That's he told me to go suck it.
Oh, and here comes Chaz. I once saw Bobby kill a grizzly with his bare hand.
The Marvel Legends grizzly.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, he is about the size of a grizzly bear. He did say to me something about being called a narcissist. He's like, yeah. He's like that was he goes, that was proven true when I got dumped when I got dumped and I started hitting the gym. And I was like very honest about it. Oh man, you guys are hilarious. Look at this. I mean, Chaz just comes in out of nowhere.
Just
Yeah, it was just kind of random. It was just like boom.
He just comes in and like stray bullets are like fucking shooting everywhere.
Yeah, that's still bullshit. Not anymore. Ninja killed him.
Wait. Ninja and that guy still clapping?
Yeah.
Oh, fighting.
Beefing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not really.
I don't
Not
watch
really after Ninja destroyed him twice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't watch the one content, and then I don't watch a lot of Ninja stuff, but if something pops up that interests me, I'll watch some stuff.
Thick ass content by himself. By himself.
Yeah, I used to do that. Now I'm just like everyone else. I have to have co-hosts on to carry me.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Go to your cry closet and feel better about it. Come on.
He gonna go cry in the car.
I need a new cry closet.
Chaz, who's
Chaz
clapping?
is like, who's clapping?
Chaz, like, he's just coming in with these haymakers right now.
Nobody went in prison.
Ooh, Will ours got a good one too.
Yeah, that's right, Matthew.
Yeah.
I
don't think that island is ever going to leave the island. I don't think he ever intends on actually showing up at any type of convention or anything like that.
No.
And we don't want him in the U.S. anyway.
He's still waiting for his Target connection to kick in.
He's still waiting for the mind bender with the trouble bubble.
Well, I mean, the question is, can he even cross the border?
Epstein Island.
Oh man,
Will getting crazy.
Yeah, Matthew.
Ray, I don't know.
Matthew pretty much nailed it. It was.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't a big contest, to be honest. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But I've kept his name out my mouth, so.
Heck on it.
It's the dude from Marauder that's been causing shit. So
Jim is throwing haymakers at you now.
Codependency is nothing to be ashamed of, Punk. Maybe you can get Aaron to give you some more toy therapy. You know what? Listen, I already had it. All right.
What he's here for?
Listen, I had a Michigan game to watch. I had little toy news to talk about. And that's, shit, dude, there's probably nothing coming out this week either. So, hell, it may happen again.
Just waiting for Mutton Junkyard to come in. They're coming Friday.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Why is this taking so long?
Because it's in Stowe, Ohio.
No, BBTS is taking a bit, but faster than Amazon, let me tell you. Amazon still has.
I got mine from Pulse Sunday. So yesterday.
Yeah, you already got it from Pulse if you would have kept your order there.
Yeah.
Or if you would have ordered from there.
I know. I did BBTS and Amazon, and BBTS is going to be here Friday.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't know. BBTS. Like I said.
My Force Tunnel Rat's coming in for spec. He's talking. Oh shit!
Apparently, your Mutton Junkyard are in Chino right now. So
they're in Chino Valley.
Well, that's where my.
Well, let's hope they ship my Arctic backs because Hella Dope Toys. I'm likely to get a refund there.
Why are they not? Did you say they're not getting them?
They were talking about it last night. They were saying that they may not get them. That they're on back order, and that happened with Tunnel Rat too. They, I had Tunnel Rat.
Are they sold out on BBTS?
Huh?
Are they sold out?
No, he just said BBTS just shipped his Arctic back, so I'm hoping maybe they'll get mine from them. That way I don't have to pay Scalper Island.
What did you order from BBTS?
Yeah, I have 2 on order from BBTS.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Scalp.
Why is that figure taking so long?
I
Which
don't
one?
know.
The Arctic
I don't
back.
understand why a figure that came out in June?
That's what I'm saying. It's been.
I don't understand what happened with that whole. The only thing I can assume is maybe it got stuck in fucking harbors waiting for, docking and shipping out.
Bring them in.
I have a feeling that all of them are going to show up at a fucking Ollie's in a month.
They're over there with Dorkside,
Yeah.
and Figure Gear and Gnome's Paint Shop, asshole.
So I'm seeing Will R say so my Night Force Tunnel Rat just shipped out of Chino. Now I've never had anything from Walmart ship out of Chino, but I know that Chino is where all the HasLabs come out of.
Yeah.
No shit. That's right next to me.
Yeah.
And AZ.
Yeah, that's why Travis got it so quick. Because he's like right there.
Yep.
Which makes him happy.
No. It's Entertainment Earth, buddy.
No, the HasLab.
Oh.
If you want to order from Entertainment Earth, you'll be the last person to get it in the world. That's one of those things. Unless it's in stock.
And Punk's an affiliate.
I know. I'll buy in stock, and I've used his thing, like that Cobra Commander that was $10.99.
Oh, dude, I showed Matthew. So many people bought. There was 10 people that bought the Mezco Destro using my code. $45 for that thing. That's a deal.
That's a steal. Yeah.
And then there was like 28 people, I think, that bought the Cobra Commander or the Bat, and like 26 bought like one or the other. So people jumped on those.
Yeah, $10.99. I'll buy that at $10.99. It'll look good as just a display piece. So
yeah, if you're on the fence and you're like, hey, you know what? I don't mind him. I like those characters. Just pick them up because I'll tell you what, every single Super 7 is going to go on clearance.
Yep.
Not for me.
They are not.
Oh, well, and I got the Steelheart from the Silverhawks, and man, that eagle fucking ankle broke off.
Oh, it sucks.
That night.
They built a huge FedEx warehouse at the Chino airport. I used to live 5 minutes from it. I'm not used to Chaz coming in and saying something just normal. I
know he talks that shit, Chaz. Don't stop, Chaz.
Chaz only comes here because he knows I won't report him to.
I need Chaz and Figure God on the stream together.
Figure God he's a weird one. I gotta say that.
Yeah.
He came in right at the beginning. He was there for my first Monday show, my first show, my first live show where I couldn't figure out how to get the music off, so I had to kill the stream like 2 minutes into it and restart it.
That's when you had that nasty Wi-Fi.
I've still never gone back and figured out like how do you turn the music off, because I'm like, I'm never using that function again. Never, ever, ever, because
never, ever. Oh, shit.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up because it is now after midnight. I gotta tell my kid to go to bed. I'm gonna sit up till like 2 a.m, listening to stuff about Michigan, because that's all that matters. National champion. Michigan, that they'll probably rip it away in a couple days, but it's okay. I'll get the shirt before then.
There you go.
Anyway, everyone, thank you for that stuck around. I know there was a total shitstorm.
Michigan.
I'm trying to watch the game. I couldn't even think. And then I'm trying to like send everything out, and I'm looking, and none of you read it. And then Tony's like, "What? Where did you send it to?" And I was like,
"You sent it to something. You sent it to my other." Oh my god!
It was the first one that popped up because when I do almost always when I'm on Instagram, I do it from my phone, so it looks completely different. It looks completely different on a computer.
You sent it to my Anthony Romo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you asked that.
Now I'm like, what the?
DA Mac, Mutton Junker showed up a couple days ago. Amazing figure. I also can't stop buying $5.99.
Me neither, DA. Me neither. I used all their gear for the Vietnam customs.
I agree. Reading is hard. Punk has to go scrap his name off the internet for those fight logs. I didn't start a fight with no one. You guys were being mean, and I was just being the nice moderator, trying to take care of everything.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
I didn't do nothing. I just sit here and
mind your own business.
Yeah, I mind my own business. All right. So, Aaron, tell everyone where they can find you, even though we talked about
Payne's Toy Samples, Instagram, YouTube. Actually, even you'll have to look for me under my real name, which is Aaron Samples on Facebook. But that's it. I'm not on any other social media, and pretty much my Facebook is limited to toys. So,
toys, bitches.
Oh, quickly here. Melted Copper says, "Where is a vintage list of 80s Joes that were bought because they had pets? Law and Order, the dog would survive, and Order was mostly a hostage."
What? I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're asking where there's a list. I'm assuming you're
not
saying
the sharpest knife in the drawer.
I'm assuming you're saying that's how you play with them. 3D Joe's has a nice list. I mean, that's where
they do.
I think he's just saying there's he thinks that there was some kids out there that just bought the Joes for the pets.
Oh,
I don't think so. I didn't really care for pets as a kid. I didn't
give a damn.
I mean, it was cool to have like Junkyard, but I didn't really
That
care.
was cool. I was playing with Spirit, and it took Freedom. This fucking eagle out of here.
I told you I only have one poly left. I have two. One with broken feet, and one is complete. But that wasn't even the one that I had. That was one I got recently. Well, not recently, the past 10 years. Not for 85. Not for Christmas of 85. And B-Boy said he subscribed to all of you guys. So,
B-Boy, you're the man, dude. Thank you, brother.
Anyway, Tony, where can they find you?
Find my Instagram right there, IG at Tonys_figs.
And if you're gonna send him a link, send it to here, not to his other one, because he won't be looking.
Yeah, I'm like, send it there. Said Tonys_figs, bro. You see a lot of my customs, a lot of pics. It's pretty cool.
All right, well, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for jumping on and saving me from this stream.
Had fun.
Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe, hit that like, hit the bell notification. I feel like I'm at the end of one of my videos. And again, thank you guys, including Shark Eyes, for jumping on, and we'll see you guys on Thursday when we talk about wrestling. And if not, we'll see you one day. Take care.
See you in a while.
Wait a minute. I should have had the video ready to go.